Just look away. Why are they respect? No food. I just mentioned that things are going on here, right? Oh,
You?
Oh, the other way.
No picture, but that's okay.
What a loser.
His Highness says, "What a loser."
His Heininess.
Man, this transliteration software sucks. Since His Highness came out as HEINUS. That's hilarious. So we spent last night assembling looms.
The various looms. Nice.
Well, people have to have something to work
True.
on.
It's true. I considering
That's all I had to say.
getting into it, but I got a monster of a list of swords, so I'm not ready to take on another hobby yet.
Oh, really? Come on.
Yeah,
You need another hobby in your hobby.
I need a hole in the head.
Well, yes. Welcome to the SCA, my friend, where you two can have 8 hobbies in your hobby.
King and swordsmith and tablet weaver.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's no end to this. It doesn't,
The rabbit hole goes
the,
on
the
forever.
rabbit hole literally does go on forever.
Forever.
Okay. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
Marcello messaged me and said, "What would a period bowstring be made of for a Viking?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yes, I can." Okay. Oh, okay. I'll let him know. I don't. Thea says she turned the wrong camera on in the wrong place, but she was flipping you off.
Oh, good. Good. I guess that's the point, right?
Yeah. Anyway, he asked me what a period bowstring would be.
Yeah.
And I said, hemp. He went, for Vikings? I said, it grows everywhere. It's a weed. It grows everywhere. It's a great fiber, and everybody made bowstrings out.
Yeah.
Sinew would be the second option. Yes. What?
Your eggs are out. Are you dying?
Not that they can hear me right now, but if you are listening from home, apparently at some point they're going to get started and they're going to
I love it.
teach a class about weaving. So there we go.
She's so excited for this. I am so excited for her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes.
We put a new hobby in Veronica's life.
Yes, we did. She took off with it.
Oh, yeah. No.
So for a while, yeah.
There's so many hobbies in this hobby.
We were talking about that earlier. Everybody needs a hobby in their hobby.
Yeah, their hobbies need hobbies, and their hobbies need hobbies. And then those hobbies also need hobbies, because then you gotta do this too.
Well,
Yes.
okay, let's say you start this. Right?
Yep.
I'm here.
And then, like, then you get science. Then you go to the sheet.
Yep. Yeah.
Roll in the thread.
Vega, when are you going to start this show?
I thought other people were gonna show up. When the rain is over, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna build a-
It's 10 after 1.
I should have been here by now.
They should have been here by now.
My
Oh, okay.
favorite story.
So we are just,
Yeah.
sweet. Hey, Thea, you're amazing.
He made his own sword, right? He's the one that made it.
Bought
Oh, he bought
a meteorite.
it. Okay, that's right. Yes, that's
And
right.
he glued his own iron from the meteorite and ore.
Also-
Okay, cool. Hey, guys, if I can have your attention briefly, there not only is Fia hearing everything you say, we now have people who are also participating and can see and hear everything that you say. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
God, did you hurt yourself?
No, I didn't hurt at all.
Would you stand still while I hurt you?
No.
Dang.
You know,
I can still move faster than you can.
you know where he sleeps.
Perish the memory. Because very soon you won't be able to outrun me, Fran.
Did you bring it?
Yeah.
My wife.
That's a different deal.
Isn't that singing consort?
No.
Talking about it?
Connor was the
That's
queen
weird,
favorite
married.
for two
Yeah.
reigns,
Yeah.
you know?
Do they want to get running? We can start.
Is that mine? That's not mine.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I did mention something about standard time. Okay, may I have the meeting passcode again, please?
In case you don't like, yourself.
Okay,
So me and Owen are both diabetic. So
That's fair.
okay, so the cookies in the cookie jar are gluten-free. And let me see. Okay, the camera is, do you see this? That's the camera. I was actually pulling up the meeting on my phone so that I could turn it around so folks can see what I'm looking at. But I'm not quite there yet. Oh yeah, that's right. It's live streaming. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Way too many windows open. We go to, we're live streaming on the Kingdom page, correct? Okay.
Hi, guys. How are you, my friend?
Thank you so much.
No. Carl and Tig were outside, so I just went in and yelled, "I'm here," as I came through the door, and nobody cared. Dave, huh?
All all of the good things.
Sorry, I pulled you a space all.
Dude, it's okay, it's sold out, so it's okay.
I was thinking like the whole time, I was like, man, that'll be cool when I saw the list. I was like,
Why am I not on
I was like, no, wait. I'm sure I did. I went back to my.
Okay, 117. It is 117, folks.
I say we start.
There's your monitor right there.
1 second.
Whatever's going on here.
Everybody, somebody here?
I mean, if you want to put a class, yes, I'll be over.
Okay, we are live. They can hear everything you say.
I know.
Okay. Okay, you are directly in front of the camera, love.
That's where
You'll
Danny
sit
said
on the
my-
other side.
You might want to try the other side. Yeah,
Is there room?
absolutely.
Oh, it's
Scooch the rest of those out of the way.
all right.
Okay, if you look right here, that's what everybody can see.
I get you sweat.
No one wants to see that. Hey,
Oh my God.
room, sir?
Oh
I
my
have no
God.
idea.
You need a loop.
I'm sure you do.
Okay.
Take a loop.
All right, so
Have a seat.
this is what we're going to be working on today. You got some lag.
Okay. Back it up just a little bit. There you go.
Right there.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
good.
this is the Oseberg narrow weave trim down in the Oseberg ship burial. It was originally made out of silk, right? We're making it out of whatever you're using. I did it for an ANS project on it. I made it out of wool. Works fine. The other side of this sheet is the pattern we're going to be putting in our loom. Unless your memory's super great, me showing you this probably isn't going to help you a whole lot. But I can send it to you, or I can send it to Malcolm, and she can send it around. So tablet weaving is super duper old. It's been around a long, long time. I remember right from my project, like the first finds that show tablet weaving actually come out of Egypt, maybe like old Egypt. Joe should have the pattern just any second. So as you're looking at your cards, they are A, B, C, D, and they are in kind of a clockwise fashion. So we have my big stupid card right here. A, B, C, D. That is really important when you're trying to read one of these patterns, because if you look at the pattern down here on the bottom, this is how your cards are laid out. So card 1, A, B, C, and D are all black, right? But when you start getting into card 4, you have to have different colors in different places to make that kind of kick sideways square come out, or whatever pattern you're working on, right? So that's the first thing to be aware of with your pattern. The other thing is down here at the bottom, you'll see there's S and Z, and that is in relation to how the chords pass through the card. Right? So if we're looking at this way, we're going to say front is leading side in my stupid little rope thing. So if they're passing through like this, with the live side, the loom side on the right, that is an S card. I told you backwards. That's why all the patterns that you did showed up on the back side, not the front.
Thank you.
That's why you're giving me that look right now, is because I
I
screwed
love
up.
you.
So if we want to see a Z card, it's literally just the opposite. Coming through. Slings make coordination super easy.
What can I
Coming
do to help
through
you?
the other side. I don't know.
We've got a
So,
map.
so this would be a Z card, right? With the facing the loom, or the live threads that are not woven yet on the left-hand side. So when you get to warping your loom, this is the part that takes the absolute longest. You might have an inkle loom like this. When I did mine, it was on a replica of the Oseberg loom, which is basically just 2 posts. Right. So the easiest way to describe how to do this would probably be to do it. I ain't got no way to do it. So for what we're doing today is unless you're like gonna do a full run of the trim, you may want to just go around just the outsides. Don't forget to hit your tensioner. But if you warp this all the way with all these posts, you're gonna make like 5 yards of something, right? It's gonna be long. And it's gonna take you a minute to get through it. But most of your work's gonna be right here in this area, right? It's gonna be where your cards are gonna sit. Where do we want to start with this? So if you look on the pattern shows 3 different colors, right? You could do 4 different colors. This first row of white, that's all white, you could make a different color, or the other whites, whatever. Like you can change them around however you want, but you could do 4 different colors. This pattern is for 3, and that'll make the same pattern that's in that picture, or the same color that's in the picture.
They're just hair ties.
So when you're warping this, you do them 1 card at a time. I usually start with card 1 because it's on the inside, and it's easier to keep track of, right? Because if you're trying to work on the inside, on the outside, then it's no good. Way easier to go on this side. Okay. I can't warp this to show you how to warp it.
Okay, what can I do to help you?
Show them how to run the strings onto the loom. 'Cause
Okay, so do the folks out there who are listening have a copy of the pattern, or do I need to figure out how to send that to
so
you?
I was just gonna try and show them how
Okay.
to.
Katie, that's the camera.
I did the same thing.
I was just gonna try and show them how to like warp up the first card,
Where's
but
your
like
string?
there's some string right there. Other-
Hey, this game, there's a car.
It's just us kidding.
Okay, so if you move that closer to the camera, hang on.
rid of that.
Yep.
Disaster.
I'm just moving the camera location so that it's pointing at what she's doing.
Yes.
Okay,
Working up card one.
I have the pattern on my phone. Where can I drop it?
So.
Well,
Okay,
so
Sort of.
So as you're looking at the card,
Mhm.
right? The loom is sitting this way.
Okay.
If your string is coming through on this side, it's an S. If it's coming through on this.
there you go.
from
Okay.
here, then it's a Z.
Okay,
So it's a left
Katie,
and right.
this is the loom that's on the camera.
Okay.
So.
If you sit in that chair, they won't be able to see you, but they'll be able to see what you do.
This is a good plan.
That is your
Yes.
Yeah, this is our first one. So, and again, it depends on how many of these things you want to run around.
I was gonna say,
A
how
lot of
many-
looms have this right here on them, which is your tensioner. And you want that to be about halfway when you're warping it, because you're going to want to adjust tension as you go, right? So.
How would you like to do this?
Perfect. Just
right-
go around the big one.
Yeah.
There you
Turn
go.
off that one, come on the big
On
one,
the wrong side for this.
On this one?
and then just run it underneath everything, back up
Yeah.
around. So if you're warping an inkle loom, it tells you to like tie on different things. That doing it, well, if you're going to inkle weave, which is different than tablet weave. So what I would normally do at the point that she's at is take this, tie it together in a square knot, pretty snug, and move on to your next string. Right?
And we discussed S and Z already, so that you know.
Yes.
Just we're not here.
Yes.
Would you like me to do that? I can do another
If
one
you,
for
if you
you?
would, please.
Would you like to try? Because we have an extra lip.
Here's an extra one. What are we doing? Hang on. People watching, don't judge me right now. You can if you want to. Don't
Hey,
judge
you're doing dramatically better than I am because you got no hands.
me. Yeah.
There's a pack of cards right there.
Showed you. So many times. You know how to do this.
Show me once. That's
Okay,
the thing
just
about
remember
retention,
that there are people
right?
on the other side of the camera that can hear you.
I know. I don't know why you keep reminding me that.
You don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, those cards right in front of you.
That way.
Any
yep,
card
you
will
want
work.
that, Jerry.
I like to do a fisherman knot
Okay.
at the bottom just because it holds a little tighter than a square knot.
Okay, everybody needs 10 cards, right?
9.
9.
I thought, yeah,
Okay.
9.
I don't remember.
Just make sure.
So, oh, sorry. So the tie the strings together
Okay.
with a knot, right?
Bring it
Um,
together, not on the stick.
So you
Okay.
want, you want one of these
So the next thing,
to run, so
take two.
the more of these you get,
Scissors.
the more you're going to make, the more this, the more.
Wait,
you
just
get.
put it on.
I need to go with Steve across the
Right.
this, so I can do that and stay here best week.
Oh, you're good.
So
So.
And then something that I like to do when I'm loading my cards, because I don't like when they're freaky like
and then
this,
she
I
wants
get
the red.
a
Your-
kitchen skewer to hold them all together.
So we've got these right here.
You want the O's to be purple or you want the O's to be
Just to
red?
kind of
Square knot
like.
right there.
Let's do the
So you'll have to have a, you have to have a pair of
Okay.
scissors. to cut.
So
I'll do whatever you.
And
this one,
And then
because
do you
it's a little
take the
bit
time
longer,
to label your
what's that?
cards?
you're going to go around here.
Do you write A, B, C, D on yours?
You can, I don't, these are mine.
Okay. The next
Okay,
one.
where's your-
Yeah,
there's
so
your
your first
template.
card is all one color.
So do you care
Okay.
what colors I'm doing?
There are, okay, I'm gonna go get like a bunch more scissors.
Here we go. I didn't bring mine, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
The second card already?
No, because I caught myself
Okay,
before.
so
I was just like, why do you got two cards there, Katie?
Because I'm the coolest.
these two
I
together
just figured you knew something I didn't, because I've
with
only
a square
done
knot,
No, sometimes I
Right
will,
here.
just to get all of my
and then do
cards
that again
square.
until
Where
you're, oh, do we
does
need
the
to-
tensioner need to be?
halfway.
Okay. And I got lost back here.
that's fine. Is A, S, or Z, Annie?
S.
S, okay.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
All the
under.
way.
So you're going front to back, so you go A, B,
But your
C,
tensioners all the way back.
D,
I know.
okay? And if you're going to S thread, that means you go front to back. If you're going to Z thread, you go back to front. Okay, you see how this is front to back? Okay,
And then
you're
this
gonna want to tie square knot
just around.
so that it's snug.
Those cards work too. And that's the other thing. So in period, cards would have been wood or bone. You can use
Fine.
paper or cardboard. You just, they obviously aren't gonna last as long, and if your tension's too tight, you're gonna chew them up.
Well, my thought was if we have people load their looms up, the practice looms up with the paper cards, they can take them home and practice and then just bring them back when they're done.
That's also the thing.
And just the same thing again.
Okay, so on this card, it's not gonna be super critical to get your S and Z right, because you just look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's all one color, but you're pretty close.
Okay.
I'm
Um,
intrigued by
the
your
only thing-
Feeling my
tensioner's knot.
dexterity.
The only
Can you
thing
show me
is
what
your
that is?
tension's
Yeah.
pretty loose.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Goes through the whole V.
So all the
Tie that
fisherman's
into
knot
some
is
kind of
basically
knot right
just
there,
your
just
all the way
square
around.
just to
And tie it
extra
again.
Like, any purple again?
juice.
Yep,
Just make it snug.
all four of these will be
Actually, I'm
purple.
doing it right now, so I'll just, sorry camera.
To tighten it up.
So you just start with like your
because
same old,
You're gonna wanna do
Uh-huh.
that after you have all of it.
and then when you do your second pass, instead of just one time through, you
So for
do
like one time,
multiple.
getting it okay, we'll be all right.
So one,
Just
I
do
do a
the
minimum
same
of
track.
3, 2, 3, and then I'll just
Just
do
do the
that
same
for
track like
this
that?
one, and that
Yep.
just pulls it.
Oh, I love it.
And for this one, so if I pull in the tie this way for this one, I can tighten that tension a little bit
So
more.
this
Just
one Okay. goes.
to make sure we're nice and taut.
Right.
And then I'll do that same kind of
Why did I think I
multiple
wanted to do this?
square knot sounded. So it's fun.
Well, I want to know how everything works,
And that just gives it that.
but then I remembered I don't want to be able
Yeah.
to do everything because a lot of it is obnoxious.
Also, you know, you gotta try
Ta-da.
stuff.
Just
Yeah.
like so, like that.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
my first time tying a knot.
I'll do this- I'll do this one.
I love you so much.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Around this one, around this one, on this one and underneath. So.
Let me get the monitor going.
It's easier if we, sometimes I write it down. Did you write the S and then put the L? They face the same
Yeah,
direction.
so an S, the live side is on the left hand side. So like this,
Okay,
right?
so
Hey,
A, B, C, D.
Yes. On your current pattern, this first card, they're all the same color.
Yeah,
so it's not as pressing, as long as they're all going the same direction.
yeah, but if I learn which one's A, B, C, and D
Right.
now,
Right, yeah, and A, B, C, and D is clockwise. Tick, tick, tick.
yeah,
Kay, did you want to try it? I've got another loom.
make less
Come on,
mistakes.
you
later.
know,
Let me get monitor hooked up
that's fine,
and then I'll get the other loom for you.
that's fine. But I also need to get a little bit of food in me first. so
Okay, perfect.
Take your time.
Excellent.
Perfect.
I did crack a bottle of wine over there too.
This is
With
warping
my
one.
crunch.
Warping wine.
It's called Kung Fu Bar. It's very good.
So
What do you need?
I hate S and Z. I hate it so much.
So think of it as
Give
left
it a
and right.
different name. Yeah.
Okay, doesn't help. So this is the live side, the loom side,
Mhm.
Yes,
and it should be on which side of the card?
left.
Okay,
Loom side left.
okay, so these are,
Shouldn't this one down here? So as
So
long as
it
it matches
depends-
yourself.
I
then you're-
Yeah,
overthink
so,
it.
so Mandy's doing like a full run on hers.
Okay,
You're doing like a partial run on yours.
And like mine is also just a little bit different. This just determines the length of your finished product.
It just gives her skill.
Yeah, I dropped them on the floor. Camera.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
there are. Malcolm got us extra.
What
Do we
color?
need more extra? Because I've got more.
You care? One yellow. No, I don't.
So when you get to your second card, make sure that you notice that it's a Z card, not an S card.
So we-
And the good thing about these first couple cards
Sorry, I'm
is
like all in your.
if you,
space.
even if you
Yeah,
get
you're
them
fine.
wrong, as long as they're all coming in and out of the same side of the card, you just turn the card, you're golden. Right? So you can be an S card right here and ta-da, you're a Z card. Just by flipping it.
Okay, there's your monitor. Whatever's happening here is what they're seeing
Okay.
online.
I see. I'm gonna make it big. Is that okay?
Sure.
I started sewing and then I thought, why would I buy trim when I can make trim? And it just,
Yeah,
it's been a downward spiral.
yeah. No, I was
We'll hook that.
sitting here going, hey, you know what was fun? Bricklaying.
Sounds amazing. I feel like bricklaying would be soothing.
It's not.
It's not?
It hurts.
We
Well,
can make
okay.
bricks.
You could
Making
make
bricks is a
bricks.
different story, but there's not enough clay in the hills here.
Yes, there are.
There's so much clay here.
All over the river. I've had buckets and buckets of harvested good quality.
Okay,
clay.
yeah, no, I haven't hit the river.
There's all these hills out here.
And the hills, actually, if you come after the rains and you can see it'll slab itself in the pools in the rivers. I beg to differ.
I just need to get back to the point where I own my own house again.
Don't we all?
Okay. It's not all it's cracked up. to be.
Oh, no, but like, something goes wrong, I can't go talk to the landlord. Yeah. Upside is, if they ever feel like hanging a picture, I don't get charged for it.
Exactly.
Did I just?
Hang a picture wherever you want. Except for now, my tenants are my kids.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Katie's, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's my loom stuff. It doesn't need to move.
Oh, it does not need to move. I thought the whole thing was a whole thing of trim. I was like, who made that?
No. That's, yeah, I just did.
Kit Kat.
Alright,
I'm catching up.
Very good.
All right, so I have,
So they're all going in the same side.
yep. And just get everything clear over to the side.
Yep. They will mostly track, right? So an S would be on your left-hand side on the loom. Right, so like right here.
Enters on the left is S.
That
Yeah.
was the D one, so that's why it came after.
That's fine. 'Cause it's gonna twist me wherever you look, so.
Learning the technical language is another task.
Mhm.
So I put it,
That's pretty much the whole.
is that the right way here?
Maybe you're right. We need more scissors.
Either way. So your S is feeding in on the left-hand side, right? So as long as it's like this, it's just gonna twist up here.
I said,
Over,
"Sorry, I
over,
need more
over.
scissors."
Right?
Okay.
And we're gonna get a handout. So on the handout on the pattern, if you look, when you get to your 12th twist, you're gonna go the opposite direction. Right? Because every time you
very well
twist,
until you use them on literally anything else.
it crosses the wires up and you're gonna end up with a bunch of twisted string up here to the top. So the only way to get rid of that is to either take it all out and brush it all out, or go backwards.
Did it work?
It was just like.
And then just
So
another thing
do
that
I do
I tend to be mindful of when I'm working up is
the
I do
same
like to
color
slide my
next, or
strings
do I
kind of
switch
close
to
together
another
as I
color?
go.
So
Because if
by
I
your
leave them
pattern,
too loose,
this was your
then
first
I
color, maybe
sometimes
your second.
accidentally will cross them.
So
So
whatever
I
color
just
you're
like to
planning,
make sure they
and
stay
and
nice
again,
and
you could
snug in
do this
order.
in whatever colors you want, right? This
So my next one
this
would be my
scheme will make,
So if anybody's
trim
in
that
the
looks like
online
this.
class, you can go ahead and tell me what you need, because I can hear you through my hearing aid device.
Ooh,
You're good
that's
to go.
so cool.
behold the power of technology or evil spirits, we're not sure which.
So the second card.
So,
is a
so your
different
second
color.
card, you could either do, you could do the same color.
So once you get
could
the one-
do
one
color
done,
that you're doing down the
each-
middle. If you do the
Each of
color that
these
you're
you
doing down
assign
the
a
middle,
color.
it's
So
gonna
like I'm doing
change
this teal
how
for
this
this
looks,
black,
right?
blue for this white, and then I'm gonna do.
So
the
this
yellow.
is set up with 3 colors,
I'm
right?
moving
It's
all
like
this
the
stuff.
outside.
One of those.
Okay, so then.
No, the
Oh,
the paper.
this one. And do I do the same direction?
No, so if you look
I
at your,
switch
if
it
you look
back?
at your pattern, this one is a Z card.
So I go in the back of the card instead of the front of the card?
Yeah, so instead of being like this, it will be like this,
Okay.
right? So this is your S. The next one over will be this way.
Corey, will you get me a glass of
But
that?
at this point, they all kind of go on the same way and
For
then,
these first two cards, you can't have them just twist them.
and then
Please.
just kind of.
Please.
There's a box of red here.
Quick reminder that I do not like myself, and this is proof thereof.
So if you're looking at the pattern, you will see that the second card is a Z card and the first one was an S card. I don't know if this is really right or not, but one of the things I read when I was learning how to do this or teaching myself how to do this is that they tend to do the 2 outside cards different because it makes like a braided edge, like a finished edge on it. So if you look on our pattern though, cards 8 and 9 are both going the same direction. So I don't know if that was a typo in the pattern or if what I read is just totally backwards. So do with that whatever you want.
I always tend to do mine that way. I would err on the side of having them opposed.
Right. And like I said, when I was,
Same way as I did this one.
You can, and then you'll just flip it to be the correct.
yeah, you can, you can only do that because it's all the same
Same
color, right? If it was like card 3 where you have different colors in it, or sorry, I guess it's
Then it
card 4,
matters more.
then it would matter. But with this one, you can just get it on there and then flip. No, well, so like
Let's see. Or-
this. It's like right here, you're an S card.
Yes.
Right here, you're a Z card.
Okay, so that
Right.
was- Okay.
So
That was,
you just
what do I
Get
do?
myself in more fabric. These cards have nothing to do with carding wool.
Well, I can teach that though. I do have card.
yeah, me too. I got
So we're all in the same world. like- Just like I
Oh,
did.
you're the hero.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you've got to keep them on the.
I'm gonna
on the
have to at every
same,
opportunity. Keep it
eggs.
humble, bud.
um,
Because I love you. That's why.
That's
the-
right.
The whole week.
So real friendship works.
It's true.
I thought that was for inappropriate jokes
That's
that are slightly hurtful.
Also that, we do a lot of that.
You're gonna want to bring these in a little bit.
Yeah, I just need to work.
Space right there. So like you get this one right here. This.
Oh, oh, yeah, that's bad.
Whoops.
The DP peeps are gross, by the way, don't buy them. I never, all peeps are
I
disgusting.
like the GP peeps.
Aren't they just crunchy marshmallows?
Yes.
Yeah, they're good in hot cocoa.
They are, but you have to rescue the blue ones because they're suffocating.
Are they? Just the
Just the blue ones because they're turning blue.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't remember who told me that. It was something they say. Sage, I noticed you're not getting involved. So I would say that too. You gotta go to emo night.
Elbow night. I think that's what we're calling it.
What?
Yeah, it's so mean.
Right?
Yeah, it's so
It's love. Emu? Emu night.
I got in contact with a lady who has
Destroy my
used
search history.
My friend.
Oh,
has
yeah?
some- I don't know if she still does, but she did in Jensen.
Well,
It's
if
okay
you
with
do,
me.
I don't need them in my life, but I do.
I miss having animals.
Nope, nope.
Use it mine whenever you want.
There's an emo Elmo.
Of course there is.
It's a dagger. It's a regular dagger, but that's what I'm like.
That's fine. Don't bonk your sister or the kitty.
Yeah, no, just pictures I never wanted to see.
That is the gamble with Googling anything.
Yeah.
Now your search history will forever have.
Oh, yeah, no, like, hey,
One of these Facebook will bring them up for you.
yeah, no, I
No.
the hard way learned the magic of typing in what is at the very beginning of any.
Everybody
Any
gets to see my
information
double
search
chin.
tab.
I hate this game.
So, and when you get to, like card 2 or, whatever, like Katie was saying, a skewer or something to hold your cards
To break some.
in place, makes them easier to work with. I've got
So like
these
that.
gigantic diaper pins for everybody to use. You want one? They're right here, just whistle and we'll throw you one.
You have enough of those? 'Cause
I got a
fun.
whole grundle of them.
I feel like there needs to be a comment on why you need a whole bunch of giant diaper pins.
Because I
Because
knew
we're
I was
big
gonna be
men.
teaching a card reading class, so I bought some off Amazon.
Sure.
So this is a
That's a great
two-sided
defense.
loom.
Okay.
The fun thing about a two-sided loom is your stuff is not gonna slide off the back.
Okay. Katie, did I show you this picture of
I
that room?
actually did an absolutely
Oh,
insane
man, so
order
that's
a
so
loom before.
She watches movies with them and
Hey,
she lives in the house.
This is fine. In order to access it, you have to undo the
Why do I
tensioner,
like this?
and then the.
Is your mic
Sorry. You all right?
I'm not
Johnny, can you come
You can.
see if I did this right?
No. Don't make it up. Made it up.
There we go. Yes, it's a
I'm
griffin.
on camera. That's fine, but-
Oh, I did.
How beautiful.
So did I do that right?
I was just.
Like I said, the first 3 cards, as long as they're coming in and out of the same size. Back these over.
Two-sided loom comes from a company called Two Flat.
If you have your tension really tight too and you're keeping those strings sucked up tight, then it's not as pressing to have.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, anytime you're gonna loom up,
So this
you
is
want
an S
this
card.
to be in
This
the
is a
middle.
Z.
So you adjust your tension after.
Well, somewhat.
So now your
Okay,
next
you know
card
what
is your
color
next
you wanna
color.
use.
And that's the other,
There
Oh,
are
I guess there's
several
one
balls
here.
of different colors on it.
that's my other color. my
Decide
third
what you want your colors to be before we get started.
I did not decide, I just.
I'm just keeping going. Is this,
Rock on, pretty lady.
The camera is on you and you are the exemplar. How you like that?
Sorry, that was almost bad.
I was gonna
I
do
didn't
it,
even
but
cut it.
obviously this plan wasn't very well thought out, because I'm short enough.
Asta,
But I thought I was gonna have all my arms.
you know,
you
I do
have
not
so
have
many
all.
arms.
I'll be your
You
hand.
know what? I know
Did
Gabe
you get
thought
all
I was
four of
funny,
your
but
reds
they hurt
there?
my feelings. You guys don't know.
You don't have feelings.
Did you get all 4 of your reds?
Nope, that's not the
What?
sound for this. Get it in?
I was just wondering if I could
You
steal the red
slipped
from
off your.
Oh, yeah,
tension
no, somebody
after
can,
you
and
cut
it's
it.
on your clip.
oh,
There you go.
there we
Okay, the
go.
cool thing is, you know how many of which color you want, you can wrap them all.
And
Yeah, you can pre-cut
Don't tell me that, I'll mess it up.
Okay.
how many things at once.
Well, I figured that out. I have a bottle of it.
Too Oh, camera. Freaking hell.
We thought it'd be a good idea to take a bunch of camera shy theater kids and have them, project what they're doing on the internet. Yeah.
You know, when I'm prepared, I'm actually decent at that. By the
All right, then,
way,
if you gotta
shameless
get it,
plug
okay.
to all present and whoever's watching on the internet, come to my storytelling festival. Please and thank you.
Let's go.
19th and 20th. I have flyers to give you all. to take home.
Okay.
Excellent.
And you can watch me be a delightful MC for the manyth year running.
For the what year? How many?
Many.
Are you hooked up to
Many?
that? Okay.
The many.
Great
But
number.
it's your size sword.
We're also doing this symposium where you can take classes with our professional storytellers and a local author. Great time.
Sorry, I was trying to help.
No, you're good. Which one's our, which local author this time?
Kim Benson.
Pretty sure that's.
Her work is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you should.
I have excellent series recommendations.
I have some excellent ones too.
I have so many.
Very much on an audio.
Everyone I know has so many organizations.
Is that Midnight Right? Or look, that's been sitting on the island for
I have very specific
you
tastes because that has 0 recommendations.
my husband's leaving. Why did you leave your whole life when you moved out?
Yeah, a ton of those have popped up across the sci-fi section of Amazon Kindle.
Yeah.
Like lit RPG seems to be the thing. Yeah.
So for
I
anyone
found
watching at
that,
home,
uh,
I'm now
X-Patriot
on the
Martin
fourth
seem to be the
card.
best authors there.
This one has different colors.
Problem
So
is,
everywhere, I don't know
they
if you
make
can
the
see, I
first
don't know.
book free and then you
This
gotta,
is delayed.
yeah.
On this one, we have our S and our Z and our S. The next one's also an S, but it matters this time that we get it right because it has a different color in it. So we can't reverse it like we've been able to the first time.
So this is where your ABCD is really
That's
important.
where it becomes
Because if
relevant.
you don't get this right, your pattern will not come out.
It will still look like a thing,
It will still be a thing.
but not the thing you wanted it to be.
Yeah, weird.
The first try I did for my ANS project, I had my ABCD wrong. I was thinking it was like AB and then CD instead of ABCD clockwise. And so I got it all warped up. And when I went to weave it, it did not come out like the picture and I had to start over.
Danny,
Yeah, but no.
my brain's dying. This is correct. S, C, S. Okay, sometimes I reverse them. Just making sure before I get too far ahead of
I
myself.
reverse them often because I overthink.
Oh, and here's the thing, if you get the S's and the Z's reversed, but you're still. you're
Right, if it's consistent.
Then it'll
it
still
doesn't
come
matter.
out. It's just the pattern will be on the back side instead of on the front side.
It is breaking my brain to not have them labeled. It's fine.
How do I help you? Michelle?
Good.
Nothing.
You have a choice.
You just gotta not be scared. Purple.
You want me to- Here, I can
Performance
do this.
anxiety.
I can do this, that way if they see a face, it's mine.
It's that I'm like, I do know how to do these things. I do this all the time. And
That's
then,
awesome.
now that I am
You're
doing
amazing.
exercise, I remember nothing.
If you need a reminder, this is ABC.
Give the general idea that I can't Bob Ross this and turn my mistakes to a happy little truth.
I think you can. It will weave something. If you put your shuttle back and forth and keep going, it will create something.
Yes.
It's just whether it will have a cohesive pattern.
Whether or not you created your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
It's
like you.
so
Great. So you're on card 4.
Yes. That's right.
So, yeah, well, whatever you used, right?
Yeah. How we doing? The second one is white.
I think so. You want to come double check me to see if
So
everything
A
looks
and B,
No, I.
the way
that's
it's
why I want you
supposed
to be comfortable in doing
the
it.
host to do? Well, I was gonna ask
Oh,
you
okay.
or Danny to come check as soon as I finished this one anyway. Because
your A, B, C,
Does
D,
suck
and
to
your
get too
S
far
and Z
down the
on
road
this
and
part
realize,
is
oh,
going to
no.
make.
yeah,
It does suck when
So
that
that
happens.
is why
I
would say
figure if
put
I have
these
somebody look at it in between every card, then
So I'm just gonna show peeps at home. I don't know if I was watching it. How I
Oh,
like
yeah.
to tighten it with the first pass is it's this upper string. So I can tighten, and then when you do that knot, the reason that you do, if you didn't know, you do it the opposite ways because then it can't reverse that tension.
So is this your first one, your second one? Which
As I
string are
showed
we
them
on right
earlier, it did not demonstrate there.
Okay.
And sometimes like
That's
instrumental.
alright.
Bad news is after
Okay.
you cut it, if it slips out, you might be on a,
So this is,
you might be too short.
an
of time.
S.
S and then a Z.
This is a Z,
And then an S.
and then an S. No, this is a Z. But hey, look,
I thought I
it's
just
an S
took
now.
all of the ones that I left pretty tight and just slipped them off the end.
S
Oh,
Z
nice.
S.
I have done that more than
There.
once.
I thought I was supposed to go S
My
Z
current
S. So I
project, so
thought
I
that
built
one was
one of
supposed to be
these
the same as this
myself.
one.
That can, it has a very large capacity, that's why I made
So-
my own, because I couldn't afford to
You're
buy
fine.
one,
Confused.
right?
Yeah.
There.
But in the halfway
You
through
see
my
the angle.
weaving,
Mhm.
2 of my
And
spokes
if you straighten it
failed.
out a little bit,
So
like
all the
this,
tensions.
this is the slider on the
I think I'm
S.
just gonna burn the whole thing.
okay?
Just
And this is the
all of it.
slider on the Z. So
That's the level
this-
of it.
okay,
Let us know when you get
So-
home.
I showed up
I'm going to
That's-
see.
today.
That's how you tell
Yeah,
whether you've done an
Armored
S or
Combat.
a Z going up.
They normally have,
So those,
that extra set.
They're all in
set
December.
armor and
Well,
whatnot,
we
but
usually do, yes.
Here I am weaving and going, how did I do this? I'm too angry for this.
No, it's,
Nope.
Okay.
cathartic.
Is that?
that's right, that's right. Got it, got it, got it,
All
got
of
it.
us
Okay,
watching
so,
Yep.
because I had just turned
Yeah, I
that
took too much fucking
around.
damage.
Uh-huh.
So that's right, right?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect.
Are you good?
I think so.
Okay.
We'll see in a minute
It's fine.
if I
Another
call
thing
you
that I
back.
like to do as
No,
I
it's
go
totally
is I
fine.
make sure
You're
I'm
doing
dressing
fine.
my knots evenly across the front
Alright,
of this
so
front.
This is
then
where
the
it starts
next
to get a
one
little
is
bit more
another
challenging.
S,
laid
so
is
I
that
do the
much
other one in
neater,
the
make
same
sure all my
as this
all
one,
the
right?
knots
Right.
are
So I
nice
got
and
S
snug
Z and then I
as
do
I'm
S,
tightening all of
like
it.
4 S's
It
in a row.
saves
Now,
fewer steps and makes for a neater.
you see the A, the B, the
And it
C,
makes
and the
things easier to
D.
manage when you're later.
Okay,
Yes.
you want your A on all of your
Easier to keep
cards
track
to
of
be
all.
here.
This is turned
I
into
did them in
case
like the
files.
same
No,
order.
I know.
Oh.
That's fine.
Turn it around.
It's okay. It's fine.
What you need,
It just got flipped around at
Another
some
thing,
point.
so he
Okay.
showed you where the A, B,
So you
C,
want your card to be,
whatever.
And so
are
this is,
on here.
this is where
Make
we're
sure
starting
that
our
in your
color
gray, your
lines here.
orange,
Mhm.
you guys don't have
So
those.
that means I switch back to
Like, it doesn't
the,
matter
what
if
would be
here
the white
or
part.
here is
Uh-huh.
It's just my
so,
blue.
blue. Okay, so this would be a blue,
So
red,
the way that I'm doing mine here,
blue.
A, B,
So blue, red,
So you got that
blue,
right. This
I
one's
keep my
here,
A's and B's on the top. Some
A,
people do theirs across
there.
there. I don't
blue,
know.
So I would
red,
put that
blue,
in,
Whatever makes
A,
sense.
put it through
B,
like a
C,
whole
D,
circle.
blue,
Well,
Red.
It's gotta be one of
Blue.
your. holes with your
Blue.
strings.
All right, perfect.
Okay, does that help?
Yes, I
Okay.
think so. We'll try it, and if I holler you back, then I'll holler you back
So
again.
your next
It's
card
okay.
is gonna be-
After enough time has passed, you gotta look at this one needs ABCD.
Yeah.
It's just to learn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like the big crayons.
Right? I like my big crayons because sometimes my brain betrays me in that retention.
Sometimes
I have that black hole moment and I also like them on there because if little children, small children, something comes and knocks your weaving off, you have to try to put it back on. It's a little easier to retrace it, to fix it.
True.
And I'm just probably never gonna grow up with that simple thing.
That's, if you use it, you use it. That's cool.
I've just had so many of my
You have distractions, that's all right.
well, and so many of my weaving projects, they just get pulled off the loom for some reason or another. And if I have them on there, it's easier for me to read.
Sure.
Do you need help, Kay?
She's sending us like colors.
Okay,
right?
okay,
It's like
good.
colors, just.
You're
She
fine.
likes
I
it
just wanna make sure
plain.
that if you need help,
I
I'm
like
helping
the
you.
yellow over there. That's hoping.
It's lovely yellow. There, let me cut it off.
Mandy, yes, did you give me the maybe? And there's a lavender or you.
Ooh,
I've
that
got more of
teal and lavender. Oh
colors.
my goodness.
I just opened it, that's.
Like,
why
I didn't see the dark purple.
Okay, sorry, I have it down in my basket.
Oh,
here.
that was
That's what I
yours.
didn't realize.
Okay.
There's a white.
All right.
I'm sure. I bought a whole basket, Mandy and I bought a bunch of colors. Well, Mandy bought a bunch of colors. You made the mistake of forming these
Can I have a big pin, please?
Yeah, we have a stuff in there.
Clearance needs to be blue. I regret I should have done the blue and
I'm
crystal.
learning.
It's
What I didn't realize was how.
That way nothing will accidentally get.
Oh my gosh, I know, I thought about it. It looked like a hurricane. It got it.
You and your logic here.
floss
I've made all of them.
at the craft store that's closing.
Okay. Oh, that's right, all the Joanne's disappearing, I think.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Just gonna say
The linen went very
this
quickly as
is
well.
East and West. My business is.
Okay, I'm so glad the camera is pointed that way.
It's just, she's got it.
This is a little bit of Percocet. Andy.
Okay, good.
What did you do? Because.
Percocet?
Nothing.
Pretty sure that's exactly what he
Pretty
just said.
sure. That's pretty.
I can't.
Sorry, this is taking me so long.
I'm patient.
No, I was judging you.
I really like those
Sometimes
things together, and then maybe, I don't know, that white or.
I still like yellow back.
I do like that green. I like that. Oh, you're so tight.
Oh.
It's okay.
So good. I'm
You didn't
so
pull me
glad.
up, I'm good.
Okay, okay, okay.
Well, I was watching at home. I did not pay attention to what I was doing.
I might get in trouble if I do
But I was right anyway. Go team.
No, I'm a millennial, I will blame myself.
Do you see them blame themselves for things?
All the time.
Really?
I
Yeah,
think it's like some of us chronically do that. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's,
I don't,
you got an entire generation of just anxiety.
I'm a
Anxiety
full Gen
really.
X and I've been doing that
Same.
for decades.
Oh, no kidding. My whole life is anxiety, just one big ball
To
of
the point
anxiety.
that like
Okay, so same
I think a combination of my anxiety, my
Same
lack
row,
of self-worth
Yeah.
has
All your
got me
strings
to
will
the
run
point to where
on the same.
I am totally cool being shot at. If I'm told I'm going to be late, I'm going to inconvenience everyone there, and that will hit me with crippling fear.
apple. It's fine.
Oh, why do you have fear when you can just have shame for it for a second before you show up late? That's what I
I brought my string drum to show you.
Awesome.
To go with my sound tuning stuff. I've just recently acquired all of that.
Nice.
All the crystal bowls and the metal bowls and the gong and all the things. And that's my new string drum. Perfect. That a cool.
Okay. What are you to? Red, okay. Red's past you.
You only need 9 for this project.
Did I give you 10?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Never hurts to have a spare.
I just grabbed your hand.
So this color will be green.
Your next color will be green. You need to make sure that your card is in the right position
Three-colored pattern.
and that you go into
So
the
it's
right
three.
letter. So you need to be.
So your
fours and
the
S.
bulk of the color is gonna be, this is the example.
I would even pin that in one
This
of those
solid line
holes.
here is gonna be this
Just to
one.
get it. Just make, well, I
Whatever
usually
that
say
is,
pin.
it's probably the bulk of the color.
Hold your cards like that, take your pen apart, put that in the hole.
Hey, Elliot. Is there a way for you to look and tell me who is attending remotely so that I can?
Somebody
can
on
review that.
laptop can,
Yeah.
probably.
And even after the video is recorded, you can watch who pops on.
Yeah, we tried doing that with our Facebook lives and we can't see who pops in unless they comment.
Oh, really?
It was, and maybe that was just because it was on my phone. Maybe if we had done it on the
I was
laptop.
gonna say, I feel like, cause I admin the Witchy page, I feel like there's a way you can see like there's like a list you can pull up.
Yeah, there should be.
There might be, but I don't know how to find it.
I will maybe help you.
My
if
tech
you-
flu is super eight.
If you remind me,
So into.
because I will forget, I told you
Yep,
I
so
would
you're
help.
gonna be in B, make sure that you're,
I will help.
Like this way?
S and Z is right, yes.
I remember coming across old books that were talking about science fiction theories such as future shock, which was the idea that technology would advance at such a fast rate that people would not be able to keep up with it.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Yes,
Here I am. No idea how to like change the ringtone on my phone, but I'm at a tiny loop.
Right? Okay, so and this,
This is B.
I think I'm about to build another
You're on
different
card three,
room
card
already.
Card four.
okay, so,
Well, I mean, you'll have to replace the one you're
A,
gonna
B,
burn.
C, D.
Exactly.
right?
So when I heard that word.
And yes,
actually,
so
I'm like,
pencil
we're just going
through on
backwards.
this
So-
side.
It started with get picture
Mhm.
Except it's an S card.
From a
So it
speech
should be
therapy
different.
standpoint,
So it
the
should be
prevalence
just-
of
Oh, I did
articulatory,
everything backwards.
like articulation disorders
Which is
and
your
language
whole
disorders
route.
rise
The other thing,
is
it's in there with you to load up the loop.
children's
So, let me
average
flip these
vocabulary
around
and
real
rate of
quick.
acquisition of that is reduced.
Because we're not talking.
It gives me good job security,
Yeah.
as long as people value that. The second they're like, yeah, who cares?
Okay,
Um,
so
Then I don't have job
this
security,
is
which may happen anyways.
So the next card is white.
These can be super, your next card, your next color. For, yes,
C, C, D.
oh, you know what, you're wrong, because if you're
Okay,
going
folks,
four,
make
it
sure
should
you're
have been
dressing
white,
your
white,
rooms,
green.
squeezing it tight. I hate the colors I picked, it's fine.
This one is.
Someone, I feel like there's some sports team person that would like this. It's gross. Ugh. Where are we at? Number 6. Yeah, no.
Go ahead, just sorry. I honestly was just stopping to do some pictures.
Also an S.
Thank you for doing all my job for me.
You're very welcome.
Okay, do you know where you wanna go?
Yeah, I've got this, I've got this turquoise. You probably want it as well.
I don't know.
That is such a pretty
You,
yellow.
Mandy might.
I don't.
But if you want that
don't-
yellow,
I
you
have-
Mandy might have on your outside edge. How much is that?
I have a little bit of gold. I don't think I have.
Okay, so my next one will be.
Yeah, I did not pick.
You got your two whites?
Yes.
So that one will go.
That will go in C.
Okay.
Sorry about that, dude.
You are welcome to the gold if you would like. I'm so sorry. Gold's fine.
There's not a whole lot.
Okay, before we cut anything, I'm gonna make a recommendation. What do you want to be gold?
I wanted it. Thinking the outside.
The
outside
outside, like the
edge?
black ones?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're gonna start here.
Okay, all's going out.
We're gonna go up here, we're gonna go around this tension
Is there anything
like this.
replacing them?
Not yet, and then we're just gonna go like,
So I'm just gonna
Okay.
do stuff at the camera because
That's
you can,
one.
I think. I'll wait for the world to catch up.
So what is getting
Pause.
from Amazon now?
Yeah.
So we can see what you're doing. I don't know,
Yes,
we're gonna hope that you can see this.
fabric from
So,
Amazon now.
friends at home,
All the
all of these little knots at a time, you want them to make sure that you are
I'm making sure we
lining
line
them up all the way along the front. One, that helps keep your tension
Yeah.
consistent. Two, it makes this starting line more neat. Three, it helps you as you're lining everything, up, hugging everything
All
down.
right.
You don't get anything across. So just barely as I leaned into the camera and you couldn't see anything, I was doing that
We're gonna have
because
6. 1, 2,
these ones
3,
here
4, 5.
jumped
Here's
the
6.
track, so they got out of order in themselves, and so I was fixing that because it's much easier to fix it now
7.
than to get like weird little tangle spots.
You're
as
gonna
you're
have
leaving.
enough. Look at that. Yay!
So that's why as we're going, you want to make sure that each string you do, you kind of suck it down tight to the sides. Make sure your knots are sucked down. It's very little, like kind of nitpicky.
Alright, babe,
That's
does that mean my next one's ready?
The end.
The end.
You're welcome.
So.
Shouldn't it?
Random
Card
internet
4?
person. Yeah.
So you're going into D. D should be white. White D.
It's all right.
Hey, Jess, you can use that chair if you need to.
I intellectually know, I emotionally I
I
don't.
might. You good though?
Okay.
There's drugs that I take for those reasons.
Right. Here's
Can
a
you
cool
save
thing
those
that I
in
did
my
when I was
phone?
at home. We're gonna take this one out.
I do have it.
Because I did this one as a Z, and that doesn't super matter except for this one it does.
It's okay, I only need one.
Except
Okay.
at that point, you can just flip
Now.
it.
I can't on this one still.
You can't because you only got one. You only got one string in it, so you just gotta flip it and rotate it so that
B.
But if I put a second color in though, that would not have
Those match
worked.
with
correct.
But right now it does.
B.
It's okay.
So if you do that,
and D.
My grandma
that's how you
was
fix
from
it.
New
I did it on purpose. Absolutely. I did.
So I can just
Sorry.
play
You did it so
apologize
short.
and,
It was a teaching moment.
Good job, Katie.
anxiety issues.
Full of those.
My
Yeah.
parents grew up in,
Did we talk about S and
my
D?
parents are originally from Denmark.
S thread and Z thread.
So I don't know what they're called.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Okay, that's okay.
Both my mom and dad were second generation German immigrants.
Can you do an S and Z explanation?
So
Their dads like grew up speaking German.
I took a
Not
look.
the accent they were supposed to have.
Oh, yeah.
So
Alright,
immediately
so
stopped speaking German.
basically it has to do with. So
And then they both got drafted.
we're saying this is our card.
Yeah.
And I'm going in this way.
Dress it, dress it, dress
And
it.
the loom that is feeding our card
One got sent
is on the
out
left hand
to
side
Missouri
like this. That is an
to
S.
warn people about a flood that had coming. And a lot of them,
If it is
instead
like
of just
this,
walking
where
out of
the
their house
loom
and
is on
walking
the
up the
right-hand
hill,
side of this
decided to
card,
stay in their house. So we spent the entire
That is a
floor
C.
full of dead bodies out of houses.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
that's,
The other
that
one
is what
got
this
sent
means
to
down here, S
Civic
and C.
Theater. And like,
Yeah,
the one
so-
thing that wasn't
so
talked about
S
much
is feeding
that I learned from
the
him
loom on
is
the left,
that,
C is feeding the.
because the Japanese unit did a big enough job. Does that make sense? They were gonna run all the German Americans.
It has to do with how the weave
Sprinkle it
braids
across
together.
the
And the.
band. They tried that plan across.
S and Z and twist.
But if you're short on street,
themselves,
that is a way to
you
see
actually make
if
patterns
you're
without
working with
using
a single color
colors.
in a row, you don't have to cut it at the end of every one.
Which was actually really pretty cool. I don't know how to do that, but it's a thing I did. Yes.
This card will go this way.
Five, it is an S card again, so we'll go the same direction as the other.
As this one. as the
We should
light.
ask, hi Moo, how are you, babes? I love you. We should ask Jo what she thinks about that
So the
8 and 9. See if she concurs with us. They should alternate.
Oh, I think you should.
I feel like we
I
should,
think you should,
because that's what I was
but
taught.
that is what the pattern that I got looks like, and that is what the pattern, this is the same pattern I used on my ANS thing, so I just followed the pattern. And so,
Wait, and the pattern doesn't alternate?
the pattern does on 1 and 2, but cards 8 and 9
Not
it
nine,
does not.
and
So typically the way it would work is 8 and 9 would go opposite directions.
To make a nice
It makes,
braided
yeah, it makes like a
Right.
braided edge.
with a neater finish.
I feel like that's got to be a typo.
I mean, you would think so, but it's not just in the way it says S and Z, it actually shows that on the pattern too.
Wait, did you follow the pattern for your?
I did.
Well, then I guess I'll leave it alone.
Well, I mean,
I'll trust the process.
it's your thing, dear. You do however you want.
Okay, so Joe, how do I wrap?
But they're all.
Here, let me.
So.
Okay.
How do you?
Yeah. How do I work this loop?
Okay. So you got card, you got it for A, right? Okay. And then you're gonna wanna, yeah,
You know, I have to
it's
start
gonna
paying
go around
attention.
to the outside of all of these. So that's, it's upstairs. Just go. There we go.
Just the
Yeah,
outside.
we're not gonna do a full wrap
Okay.
because you don't wanna do that. Because that's a lot. Okay, so you can cut this here and tie a square knot right here.
Definitely like my wife.
So now we just check where we're at in the pattern. So
Okay.
I can count 1, 2, 3,
Is she
4, 5,
not
6.
interested in?
So now
I found out
on the
about
7th
this
card.
last night,
What
like
that
at
means
3
is
a.m.
you got a new
Oh.
card.
And she was asleep when I like gave her a kiss on the cheek and went, I'm going to D&D now. And then finished my D&D game
And ran away.
and ran off to the park to go consensually beat other grown men with sticks.
We like that.
And now I'm here. 0 beatings was happened.
Okay.
So now I'm on the 7th one. This one, so I've been doing S, which again goes toward my V. My Z is gonna point away. That's my next card. It's all a solid one, so this one doesn't super matter again.
Because I've probably got wood cards.
Oh, that I put in mine. It's just S now. But anyway, what that looks like, if you're still wondering about the S and Z, that just means that it needs to come from the other side. What I've been doing, because it's the other side.
How we coming, Jeff?
Good. I'm just questioning my color decision and whether I wanted, since there's the other purple, and whether I wanted to try and redo part of it.
Before you start on the actual project.
Yeah, so I can jump over to the other color.
Oh, you like the dark purple?
I do like the dark purple better.
Okay.
I made the mistake of just grabbing whatever was available, and I got nothing Christmas colors.
That's fine.
That's very
The cool
traditional.
thing is, this
It
is your
would be
first
high
piece.
contrast.
Have you've made pancakes, right?
Yes.
Your first pancake
Your
is
first
kinda-
one's, yeah.
So give me the dark.
Oh no, it's the first one that comes out good, and then the rest of them I just mess up continuously trying to
For
finish
you,
the first time.
that's unfortunate for you.
That's unfortunate. Mine usually get a little better.
It's a green one. It's in there deep. It's going underneath that foot.
Oh, there you go. Good catch.
Yeah, did not tell you how many projects I picked up and did it perfect the first time and never again.
Sounds like
Okay, these
ADHD
smaller
to me.
balloons here, folks can take home and practice and just bring them back when you're done. They're my student balloons.
Don't disappear, I'll hunch down. Just kidding. I'm not kidding.
If you'd like to keep them, they're $65 a piece. So if you want to just buy one from me, that's fine. If you want to buy one from the Woolworth, they're $65 a piece. The bigger loom, the one that you had, Jess, is a little more expensive.
Yeah, I would suspect so. I would suspect.
That's the same one that Mandy bought.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, so the small
I was
ones
gonna buy a
are
new
65.
And then I
The
decided
bigger
to buy
one that
it.
Mandy and Jesse have are 124. This is 230 because it's two-sided.
That's
A little
cool.
bit of cool.
Yeah, it is super cool. I love them to death.
And the one I just ordered was 76.
It's
Is
a
it
good middle ground.
two-sided, one-sided? Which one is it?
I think once.
Probably.
Okay.
There's small one, small one.
So this is not the most expensive extra hobby you can pick up.
No, it's not.
Matt, can I ask you
And I
$65?
can show you how to make your own out of one buys. It's a thing you can do.
It's better than the, this is cheaper than the embroidery machine I've been trying to talk them into.
That's true.
Take it home, give it a try, see if you like it.
I'm not gonna talk
Cool
about
thing
it.
is, this is small enough to put in the car when you're driving,
Yeah.
when you're riding.
Or taking to like an event when I'm sitting.
Okay.
Then I'll never come back.
You're doing a good job.
Okay, so you got this thing that
He
you can't
keeps
do anything about.
about us helping him. I've disappeared for like 2 years because of a stroke. Year and a half. So yeah, I'm just making up for lost time.
I appreciate your help.
That's
I
all.
just feel like a slacker.
You are one.
And that.
Good for you.
Ashford, yeah.
It's about time.
Nope, that's it.
Everybody
That's
gets a
slightly
turn
different.
slack.
That's a good loom though. That's a nice loom.
Well, there were only like 9 left, so I figured, well, I'm gonna snag it.
Mhm.
See, we'll do my, did I do that one right? It's 5. White and
Five would be white,
And it
green,
just
white,
shut.
white.
So
Perfect.
white.
Oh,
So,
sorry, five
No,
is
that's
white,
perfect.
green,
That's
white,
awesome.
green.
so C should be white.
So
And
you
then
should be white, and then be green.
that's what I was thinking, but it wasn't.
Slide over here and see how our live stream is doing.
People are so boring.
So this is the, it takes a long damn time part of this project.
Yes.
The Sibylla did one that was 24 cards.
Wow.
It's actually, I think, in this little Ziploc bag right here. It looks really cool. It's kind of a neat little pattern. It's a pretty thing, but it took a long damn minute to work all that up.
It took a long time.
Was it translating everything we said?
Yep, everything is there.
I did warn you.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know it was like translated. So I'm just trying to think if I can say something like
You're being closed captioned.
aardvarks during the eclipse of pyromaniacs, photosynthesis.
You know how
and see if
accurate
it
it
comes
is?
up with it. Or just like the what?
Yeah.
It's gonna put words in.
It's probably.
Can't guarantee it's the right words, but it'll put words in.
Hey, round of final two.
Timber was my night. What were you really expecting?
Okay, right now it's just us and Fia.
There we go.
That's okay.
Did Remote not make it?
Remote was on earlier.
Was she? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hand me the red, please?
Well, I thought Fia was going to go for it.
Could be and still be watching.
She good?
No, she's the one who's connecting us through the system to the Kingdom page.
This is another, wait, do I want?
She's doing the social media side of stuff because she's amazing like that.
Because she's our social media goddess.
She is amazing.
So, did I just start doing?
Social
No,
media
okay.
goddess.
Okay, this
So
one is
if you-
not green.
If you can,
This
can,
is.
so if you can, you can tighten the knot. If you can't.
My dexterity is failing me around with that loop right there.
It's fine, dude. It's fine.
Okay, roll your dice.
You could back off your tension and
Alright.
tighten your knot.
That red can
Like,
go back.
figure out
I
where your knot
pulled
needs
the
to be,
ones
back
I
your
need.
tension off, tighten your knot, and then back off.
Just extra cutting here so that I can not have to steal it all the time.
A is top left,
No.
A is top right.
What?
Yes, it is.
Give them back.
Yes, it
Or yeah,
is.
sorry, top left.
Or-
Well, the way you were pointing, I was
Because I
on your
was
right.
trying to like
Yeah,
skip
sorry.
around.
I was like, wait a minute.
Because people.
I know nothing. All of a
You
sudden.
just
Yeah, no.
destroyed everything.
A is top left. Sorry,
Okay, thank you.
when I was looking at it, you were pointing at B or B.
Your perspective.
Because I was on the other side.
Do it again.
Yeah.
That's okay, folks at home. I'm gonna do that again. No, wait. Yeah. Go like that. Ta-da. As long as they're consistent.
All I need to know is one
Jeez.
So there's what is food over there? And
I can't eat stream. I mean, you could, but that would be an expensive bet though.
You need to plug in, dude.
Danny
Huh,
said-
no, I charged it back up
And
already.
Randy already has it, that bill she doesn't want early.
I brought it and
It was just
already
a little
charged
one.
it. so-
I hate that.
It was just enough for the vet to tell us your dog is fat.
Oh, that's,
And that's delightful. So it could have been worse.
Where does this one go?
That one is one of my new ones on this card.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Like I said, I just kind of tried to make things more easy as colors
It's
were
fine.
being used, and I don't know that it really was.
I
the
like those
easiest
colors.
Way to do
and
things.
very cool, very cool.
So now I'm just trying.
It's all
to-
good, dude. You're doing great.
This card will go the same way because it's an S, right? 6.
There, come back.
It's the same way, just have a slightly different color pattern.
The cool thing is you can always straighten all this stuff out. Good. Thank you. Okay.
How big is Kitty getting?
Big. I mean, not huge, but big.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
She's almost full grown cat size.
Could not tighten this up, and I'm
Not
very
quite.
irritated about it.
Her tail is raccoon size. Is it?
It is.
That's awesome.
There.
She almost makes me want to have a new kitty. And then I remember how much kitties are, and I have a grandbaby that would beat on a new kitty. Why not, but.
Well, Ritzy came from a litter that was foundling. Did I tell you Ritzy's
Yeah.
story?
You told me, but not everybody else.
Oh, okay. So when Malatesta came home from Crown Turning, in her garage was a litter of 1-day-old kittens.
I still don't know what this is for.
It's the shuttle.
We
We'll
will
get to
show
that
you
part in a
shortly.
minute.
I'm
And
about done
uh,
warping mine, and I can do a little quick.
they couldn't find the mom for these 1-day-old kittens. And we suspect that she was picked up in a sweep with animal control. And so she took the kittens to Adelie's, who specializes in young fosters. And she took this litter of 4 and managed to save 3 of them, which is
I'm gonna apologize
incredible
anyways.
For numbers.
for numbers,
seriously.
because 50-50 is considered a good rate. So she saved 75% of them. She got 3 of them. And then they were looking for homes. And it was right about that time that our crouton kitten passed away. And so we got one of the kittens and claimed one of the kittens from Malatesta's litter.
Okay, folks at home, I'm doing a thing that is not.
And
on
we
the
got
pattern,
Ritzy
because I wanna see
and
what it
Gracie
looks
got
like. Don't
the
ruin
black
my
one.
life. Just kidding.
And then they had a little
On
orange
that final
boy
edge, on the pattern.
that I-
They're
that
both
I-
these. I'm doing my last
that I'm
one
sure they
S
found a
because I
good
wanted
home
to have a more braided edge.
I have another orange kitty. They're fun. They're obnoxious with their colors. We had a litter of kittens and they were, all of them were orange, but one of them, he was gray. They were so much fun.
Speaking of bows, we need to bring mine over.
Yeah. As soon as we get to the point where we can have archery practice in the front yard. Right now, I don't know if you noticed when you came in, but there's an ice rink in my front
I
yard.
did notice.
Little,
Yes.
little, punchy out there.
Quick watching.
Okay. It's okay. We can keep this open if that's okay. We don't have to, we can close it. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for helping us with this on your packing day. I do apologize.
That is amazing. Thank you. Quick.
Thank you.
Okay, we're on the last card. I am, anyway.
Okay, I need you to take your loom and put push it that way about 3 inches. You've been walking this way.
Hasn't been paying attention to the conversation me and Katie have been having.
What?
On this pattern, it says that the last two cards are the same, that they are both Z cards. We ought to make the what would it be, the inside one?
Mhm.
Z,
Actually, I did the outside
8.
to match the other edge,
Yeah, I was gonna say, so 8 should be a Z and 9 should probably be an S.
which is what I'm doing. We'll see what happens.
I know that's not what the pattern says, but that is usually how your edges go when you do one of these, because it'll make a braided edge and a better finished edge. Because you're probably gonna want to sew this onto something unless you're building a belt, right?
The shootings. Oh, did we discuss what? Discuss what?
What's up?
Did we discuss what?
No,
No,
Kate.
Kate.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Oh.
call me, we could stick with the Chaos Kate name. I don't know.
I like chaos.
That's me,
When I guess I could use your
It's like-
SCA name, but it's not a whole lot different.
it's not that much different. And I did that on purpose, so we'll just go with Chaos.
Chaos Katie sounds like an Old West name.
Yes. Sounds like an old school. I'm a cowboy.
What the water gave your buddy?
This way, so this one goes this way.
See?
Are you on your last one?
Yeah, but it would be like this, right? Well, no, your string is in the right place. I was just moving this so that A was up here.
Slide it in. And I'm gonna go get some bacon and some olives probably too.
It seems like I do. Yesterday I was walking up. I got a grandbaby.
You're under that virgin crew.
That's why I like hanging out with you.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. We are warped.
Katie's got hers all worked up.
We are pretty great, actually.
Where did you find yours?
Yeah, they're really reasonable.
Okay, here we go. Here we
Where did
go.
you
Here
bring
we
yours?
go.
Um,
I'm just gonna quickly check to make sure that my A's are in
Okay.
the right spot. Make sure I didn't rotate.
Okay, the smaller looms, the student looms that we've got came from the Woolery. The little one that Katie is currently checking is $65. They're cheap.
But it's well made. Like it seems sturdy. Hey,
It is
you
super
wanna-
sturdy.
this part, man?
Okay, and then the
Okay,
bigger
I'm gonna
one
snack.
that you're
You take
seeing,
over.
the a little further in the background with the little black things on the ends,
It's-
that's a little bigger loom. It's 125 again from the Woolery. The one that Kay is looping or is looming up over there is 2-ply, and it's a little bit more expensive. It comes from it because it has two sides. It's a 200 and I think 230, if I recall correctly, something like that. Now, the advantage to a two-sided loom is you're not going to have things fall off the end of the peg, especially if you tend to warp up something that's a little wider. The trim that I made for the jacket that Owen was wearing last week kept sliding off, and that's when I ended up with a two-sided loom.
All right, so we saw Katie get her cards all straightened out, made sure like all her orders were right. The next thing to do would be to make sure that your tensions, I mean, you want it to be kind of tight, but it's not crazy tight, if that makes any sense to anybody. You want it to be able to, if you can see kind of how it's depressing here a little bit, You want it to be able to do that. You don't want it to be like rock hard. But you also don't want it to just be like, just sinks right in. The other thing that I like to do, just because I think it's a pain in the butt in my way, is I will trim these off, trim off, holy English. I will trim off these down here. All these like extra tails and strings and whatever. You might not want to do that because if it slips a little bit, your knot will come undone sooner. But I don't know. I feel like they kind of get in my way, especially when I'm pulling my weave, right? These looms have this little tensioner bar right here. So let's say your tension was too tight or too loose. You can loosen the nut and move this bar up and down to adjust your tension, right? And when you're working, oh my good Lord, when you working, I definitely should not have taken that Percocet. So when you are working your womb, what you're going to end up with is your weave is going to be down here and it's going to be fed from up here. So as you're working, it's going to start to crawl up this way, up towards this first post, and you're going to get a lot of twist up here in this first post. And if you look at the pattern at about number 12, you're going to change direction, right? Now, some patterns have that. Some like the one pattern that I was reading about said you just go till you can't and then you turn around, go the other way. Other patterns, it's a specific part of the pattern. The way this one is it's actually a part of the pattern. When I did it for my Kingdom A&S thing, I didn't do it that way. And I just kind of went to about the same spot and turned it around when it got tight. But there you go. So the next thing we're going to do, which maybe I can do it one-handed, is we're going to wrap our shuttle. Okay. So we got a couple different kinds of shuttles kicking around. There are these kind, which are kind of a, what do you call that? Trapezoid? What's that shape?
That's a trapezoid.
Trapezoid. I passed kindergarten.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit of a trapezoid. And then there's these ones right here. These ones you're just going to wrap it. Do you want to make fun of me in front of everybody or just to your friends?
This is just for my friends.
This one you're going to wrap through here, around and around, right? And it's going to make it thicker. It's going to make it fatter. These ones on the short edge, you're going to do like a figure 8, right? It's going to put the bulk of it out this way. It's going to keep it thinner, and then you can use this to beat our weave down, left down. So something to take into consideration when you're deciding what color to put on here is it is going to show up just a little bit. So I made a trim for a friend to put on some garb she was making, and I used, actually it was the same gold that Kay is using in hers, and you can't really see it very good on this one, but on that gold one it had little golden dots all the way through the edge of the trim, right? So that might be a design concern when you're trying to decide what to put on there. You can kind of see it on this one a little bit. Looks like she used white. Actually, no, she didn't. I know what she used. She used that stuff that's right there on that shuttle. That it changes between black and white. That's why the dots are intermittent.
Okay, what color do you want for your shuttle, friend?
I don't know. What she got here? She got yellow, yellow, blue, light blue. Let's do something super conflicting.
No, yes.
So on these ones, I'll do a couple wraps around in a circle just to kind of like to get it set, right? Just so it's easier. And then start doing these. You probably can't see what I'm doing for this stupid stinking.
We can. Do you need help?
Yeah, you might want to do that. Sorry. Sorry, Katie.
Oh, life is good. Life is good. What am I doing?
Just
Setting
uh,
the shuttle up.
just wrapping up the shuttle.
I just go around and around. Did you give an
He was figurating it.
Okay, we can do that.
And if you want to just go around and around, you can. I just like the figure eight on these
Like that.
these shuttles because it puts the bulk of the string out in front of it, instead of making it thicker, so it's easier to work in the gap. I can't remember the word for the gap of the weave instead of
What am I doing here, ma'am?
just like that.
I wasn't
Just
paying
like on a-
attention to myself.
Just like on a boat thing.
Mhm.
You know boat things.
I know both things. I know. Katie has to buy a new boat.
Oh, no.
Well, yes. Jakey's getting the boat that exists. So I
Oh,
am getting a
the
new
strawberry boat.
boat. Strawberry is retired.
Sad face.
Very sad face. Too much UV damage.
Yep.
She was a good boat. I almost drove all the way to California for a 10-footer. Oh my goodness, she would be fun. The guy hasn't responded yet. We'll see.
Ping me. Let me know if you need help.
We're going on a road trip.
I have a truck.
Where in California?
I don't remember that. Somewhere with a very weird name I had not heard of.
There's one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was kind of messy. But I'm doing it anyway. Not letting me.
Taking a date for length of time, that's just super tasty.
I'm in love with that goat cheese.
No, I'm sure.
I love it so much. Those
There's so much
meatballs.
cheese over
Whoever
there.
made the
So much
meatballs,
cheese.
I'm assuming Joe.
Mhm.
I feel like I'd be doing this a lot
There's
less angrily. If it wasn't- I
What?
feel like I'd be doing this.
No
a
one
lot
told me
less
there's queso.
angrily
What am I
if it
doing
wasn't so
helping you
sober.
weave? There's queso.
Yeah, but I made a promise to God I wouldn't drink.
Oh,
Oh, good for you.
Okay.
I promised my bads I would.
Killed too many men in my family.
I got
Yeah,
it.
that's
I get
very
it.
fair. We support that.
What am I doing? 6.
That's why when we wrote the announcement up for this, folks,
My,
encouraged folks to bring things age appropriate
grandpa's
that they wanted.
Whatever they like.
When he was drafted, got sent up to the Aleutian Islands to push the Japanese out of there.
Mhm.
Ended up hiding behind a boulder while they shot a heavy machine gun at him. And the bullets didn't get him, but chunks of the rock just kind of filled his torso.
Mm.
And they did not have pain control back in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s.
Right.
So he drank to deal with that, and
I'm gonna
died
do
in
a
the
free wrap
Seattle
here.
hospital back in the 1970s.
Just to make it a little balanced here.
And Grandpa was a social drinker, but I don't think that's what got him. I think it was the DDT.
Katie, here, you're probably gonna be the one
This is your trip.
doing most of this one,
Oh,
so
I could do whatever I
however
like.
you want. friend,
Whatever makes
'cause,
my heart happy.
Yeah, 'cause I think we've kind of discovered that I'm not super good at this right now, so.
You are super good at showing us and
Okay.
telling us what to
Sorry.
You're gonna want to pull that. It's caught between the paddle on the back, on the tensioner.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
like I
There you
heard
go.
the words, but I couldn't.
Need to move.
Yeah, no, sometimes it takes a moment
Yeah,
to
slip off the-
you get stuck on the wrong end of the OODA loop.
Yeah, things not engaging.
Ah,
What's up?
and the cool thing about filling your shuttle, you can always add more to it.
The what?
So if you don't want it to be too bulky and too thick, you don't have to.
Is
load it to
locked?
an
Is
extent.
it locked?
Not
Oh,
locked.
does it need to
Okay.
be locked?
It does not need to be locked. Thank you.
It's scary.
I appreciate
Good job
that.
walking out for home security, whatever-
Thank you.
whatever you did, Chuck, it's, that room.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know why they're so scared of that.
Sometimes kids just do that though.
It's true, it's true.
They're just like, this is the
Okay,
rule. This
so-
should be followed.
Sinister, yeah.
When I got that dollhouse that's upstairs, Hairware told me that the dollhouse was haunted.
Oh, yes. We love
So
Interesting. Have you?
I have not.
I mean, I spent quite a bit of time up there with them in the dollhouse and I have not noticed.
I have not, but
Yes, they did say that.
There is some hauntingly scary wallpaper in it.
What?
yes, we have a haunted dollhouse.
Miranda. Okay, fix it, save it. It's fine.
Because it doesn't bother anybody. That I know of. You are correct. Like, it doesn't bother anyone that I know of.
I think I've been in exactly one haunted house,
I live in one.
and the only thing that was super uncomfortable was I always felt eyes on my back when I was in the bathroom.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Oh, I keep the camera.
yeah, tried to do my business and just keep looking over my shoulder.
There. Okay.
Of all places.
Yeah.
My.
Wait, I liked it better. Let's take it back and look at Mandy and me.
No. Lived in a house downstairs.
Oh my.
Had a bathroom.
You're good, you're good.
Right at the bottom of the stairs and then. into the
Yes, we have a haunted dollhouse. I like it.
How
I think it's a good dollhouse.
And the toilet was like that, on a pedestal. It was a very.
I'm going to say that this is sufficient for
Wait,
now.
I slightly lied. I've been in one other building that I'm certain was haunted.
We're gonna call that good. Can I
It
call this
wasn't a
good?
house. though.
Perfect.
Was an old National Guard armory. that
Oh, yeah.
I know at least 4 soldiers committed suicide in the basement of.
And I kept finding fish hooks everywhere.
Okay,
Oh,
for
you
the
did
folks
put it
that are
together.
online, Katie is going to start the weaving
I
process
am gonna do that.
because
Yay.
she's super quick.
She
And
is.
well, she's done this before. She's kind of cheating. She's done
I'm
this a
cheating
lot
too.
before.
Treating with prior experience.
So Danny, you made sure all of your A's and B's. Yes, I'm just gonna assume that you did that.
You did
I
that.
think you did that.
I remembered that I did that, obviously.
We all knew that you did that.
But it's a good reminder to always make sure everybody does that.
So she, oh, go ahead.
What the heck the heck are you
No,
doing?
no, I was
Here we
just
go.
gonna talk about what you was doing while you was doing it, but if you want to
Cool.
talk about what you're doing.
No,
while
you
you're
do
doing
it. You talk. You say
Right.
words.
So what she's doing is she's starting her weave, right? So she's pulled it all the way down about to where the knots are. If you go too far on this side, the downside of that dowel, it's not gonna catch very well, right? So she's kind of right about the top of the dowel, right? And she's going to rotate her cards one place.
Do you keep this on?
I mean you can until
I
you get to
don't.
the next
I
one,
don't.
but I would not.
Okay, good.
I just keep that on to
Keep everything
store it
lined
or
up.
like when I adjust my tension to like pull my loom or my weave, then I put it back in so I don't lose my place.
And this pattern
I
is
have a line
forward,
drawn on my
yes?
card,
It's
so
12 forward,
I know they all
12
stay
back.
together.
Okay, so we are 1 forward, all of them rotate together
Yep.
for this pattern.
Exactly correct.
Slide it up, make sure that your shed is nice and open.
Yep. And then she's gonna take her shuttle and beat it down. And that's so your strings are scissoring together like this, right? Kind of twisting. What she's doing is she's pushing them down to make sure that that is set down and tight. Right? And she's gonna pass it through and she's gonna leave a loop on her right hand side as you look at it. Right
See?
there. And she's going to rotate one more space. Quick.
Shed did what it was supposed to do.
She's gonna beat her down again.
I don't like this. Why do you like this?
See, she beat it down tight. And now she's going to pull the left-hand side
I thought it was the one pushing
and
you.
pull that loop in that she left. Right? And she's gonna pull it, pretty snug. Your first couple of runs, you're gonna be pretty wide on the bottom. It'll tighten up real quick.
Okay, like so, like that.
Between square nuts and the grain.
Well, I usually pull it tighter than that.
You like it tighter?
I pull it down pretty good.
Like real tight?
I feel like snug, right? So like you're starting to compress things pretty
I was
good.
gonna say, yeah. Okay,
And then you just proceed to repeat other than, oh, sorry.
I
I
gotta
thought
repeat
you were going through that side.
I
was
just
like,
had to rebeat it.
No, no, you're good. I thought you
Yeah.
were going through that side. I was gonna say, she's going through the backward side. And she's gonna do this 12 times for this pattern. I mean, realistically, you could probably do it 24 times if you really wanted to.
If you are a brain like me
or
that
whatever.
has a hard time counting, I always keep a little cheat sheet card where I'm doing a little tally to make sure that I'm,
Did you have a question? Kate?
because I'm cool like that. And my brain doesn't like to do numbers. This is
So this
looking
string
very
has
slow.
some kind of curl in.
Mhm. That's too tight.
Figure out how to come out.
No. Everything's always gonna look a little bit not your favorite. This
I
part of
just
it.
ended up loose. It's all right. We can work with it. This card. Yeah, you got, that's where you got something funky happening. So your card has twisted when you got it in there. So let me fix that.
Stop and eat.
Right.
That's good.
And
Every time I
You
finish
might
a
have to
card, I
redo
need
that sheet.
cheese.
Getting there. I'm more than halfway. 5, 6, yeah.
More than halfway. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, am I in the wrong spot?
You're not, you're not.
Yeah. No, the,
See where Danny wanted this
remember there was
to be tighter
this dude
for this
online that
particular
like
pattern.
did rage,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
on TV and they're throwing like crystal glasses across
I see why.
the room, and then you get rage in real life where you just pick that up with a punch the wall and hurt your hand.
I was watching Yellowstone and the guy goes to throw it,
I don't know what the gauge
like
of
a
this
cup
pattern
and then
is.
fire this. So she goes, it is 100-year-old crystal from your grandparents that they brought over in the wagon.
Mhm.
He goes,
So what I'm doing is I'm sliding this
Yeah.
over. I don't like
This
working
one
too
is
tight up
something
against this
I
back
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm just sliding it over so I have more
Yeah, yeah.
wiggle room and then I can get a better idea of what the heck
At
is
that point,
happening.
you're super angry and you have to go to your room so you can scream into a pillow like an adult.
Read it down, read it down.
Yeah, this tricking Katie into doing my job for me worked really good.
I see that.
You could have snacks and stuff. You know, you could go fetch me my wine if you want.
I surely would.
Wait, is that how we lure Katie in, is snacks and wine?
Always.
Warp and wine is something that Katie and I started doing a couple years ago.
Yes. And it is the best way that Joe has to be like, if I need Katie's attention, cheese and beverage.
Oh, cheese.
Yes. It's not red. I switched already.
Oh,
I tell you how many times I found box wine in a canteen.
On the river, it's my favorite when people flip and their bags of wine go floating down and I get to fish them out.
Charge them shipping handling.
I just drink.
you just drink it.
You're
Yeah.
just like, I don't know what happened to it. It
Not
just,
now.
you know.
Wine in a box. I love wine in a box.
We call that river booty.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Feel like a pirate?
Sometimes. I did. So if you're ever wondering, what I just had to do there is I couldn't remember if I rotated my cards or not. If you try to pass your shuttle through and you haven't spun your cards, it'll just lift right out again. So I just kind of picked and looked to see if they were crosshatched. I did rotate them. So go me.
When you throw them down in the water, it's usually piracy.
I have perpetrated many crimes.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I don't know
Maybe
how
it
many
is.
I've rotated.
Same
so-
thing.
I can tell the difference.
And as you go along, it is entirely possible that the string on your shuttle will break. That happened to me a lot when I was using that hand spun wool. All you do is you just start it just like you did your other one, or your initial one. Your beginning one, right?
Do I just wrap this?
Yep, you can just, on that one, you just wrap around.
Like something is awry.
You might just need to get it a little tighter left and right because you still got quite a bit of gap there.
I don't know what the, like I was telling Joe, I was like, I'm not sure what the gauge is here
So
for this.
this-
Oh, no, the pattern's there.
This
It's
pattern
Are you
is
still
very
working?
narrow.
Okay,
Do I
I'm,
just
It's
take all
only
your
it's only
scissors
9
and-
cards, so it comes out.
I'm,
You're
I
used
had a
to
bunch
20.
cut.
I am
already,
used to,
but-
I'm like, this is,
And then I got,
this
they
is
were all tangled
inaccurate.
up, so.
So, that's
I
okay,
think
watch
I'm
this.
taking minutes. Good.
We're still soon enough in the pattern that we can
Yep.
just hank down on both ends and
And
bring
after
it
you
back
got,
into
you know,
alignment.
10
It is very tiny, okay.
10 or 12 turns in, you should be able to start to see your pattern.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like we should be able to see an emerging something going on. What I'm do you have this sort of tighten this. Nobody look at me. Go away, camera people.
Maybe doing something illegal.
She's not doing anything illegal.
I'm just retightening this pattern because this is gonna drive me
It's
crazy. So
funnier
I'm
if
just
you're doing
gonna
something illegal.
It can be illegal. I'll make it illegal.
Crime.
I'm good at that. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Internet. I'm very law abiding.
He follows all the rules.
There's no reason why I'm in chaos. There's not a cause for that.
But seriously, sister sent me this journal.
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna get something. What? No, it's my food.
Oh, would you like me to bring your food plate too?
I'm busy. Thank you.
We can make.
Just don't
this-
get rid of
Unless
the
you'd like,
food.
unless you'd like to feed me while I'm doing the reading.
Whatever you want. Here, we can make His Highness come do your bill.
I love this
Here,
tea.
you have cabana voice.
This is the best
Fans
day-
and grapes, fans and grapes.
best day
Here, here,
ever.
oh no. How do I do this? My hair is stuck in the chair.
How many have we
No,
done?
I just
Let's
got my
count.
hair in the chair.
We've done at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Sure.
it's a Z. Different.
So as Daddy was describing, as you rotate each one of these up here on top, you start seeing these twists. This one is a really cool pattern because, as he mentioned, like it will untwist itself as we go forward at 12, and then we'll go backward 12, and it'll keep this from getting too crazy. So that just is currently a very good visual of what that twist he was talking about looks like.
Cross twist.
Thank you.
What?
Did I rotate it? Sure, let's find out. We'll test it. Sure did. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, see, there's our pattern. We are winning now that it's small.
Katie, I enjoy you.
That's good. Because you either love me or hate me.
When
One
I
of
did this
those
the first
things.
time, I sent pictures to Joe. I was like, look, it actually worked.
So the first pattern I did, Joe, I warped it up and Joe was like, Kitty, are you sure you want that to be your first pattern? And then, yes. And it was, what is it? It's a 25. It was stupid. I was stupid. And I would do it again. But this is how we do things.
Go big or go home, right?
That's all I know how to do, man. Go home, my baby.
I'm exceptionally good at that.
Fan of going home.
This Osseberg 5 that we're working on today is the one that I typically teach when I teach classes from the beginning. Matter of fact, Fia and I taught this pattern, oh my goodness, a number of years ago
A number, what do you need?
at Antelope Island. Oh,
Oh.
We're gonna slide these up a little
So what starts to happen? Because our kerfuffles at the beginning give us a good learning moment.
bit for this
I don't know if
one
the
here.
camera is going to be able
You're either gonna
to
put
pick
your
this up or
shoe
not. I
across
think
the
it's
thing,
significant
you
enough
just
that you
look
can.
at
So
it
here on the
that way.
edge, you can see
You
that
gotta
our,
rotate your cards forward on space.
shuttle.
thank you, the, not warp,
I
our
usually
weft,
do.
that's the one that goes,
You can.
right to
you can
left.
rotate with
our
that
weft
in
has
there.
little bubbles here on the
Um,
edge.
if
And
you
that's
need to.
because our tension as we went through, because I was
Uh,
anticipating like a wider pattern just because I'm a dork. But it leaves these little lumps on the side. If you start seeing this in your weaving, it's because your warp tension side to side is not great and it's not
Well,
lining up.
you-
This pattern has a nice braided edge, so you really shouldn't see that warp too
I like to
much
make it
on those
difficult for
edges
you.
like that. But if it starts to appear, the way that you fix that is you make sure you're tugging down on those pieces.
Okay.
So you may need to double check your card. You know, they may have slipped while I was trying to fight that out. I don't know if you got like all your. Well, I would
feeling
just go
like
through and just
spaghetti.
double check your patterns. They are all correct. Actually, I knew that they were correct up here, right? So if you do this, according to this, you're right. You're still good. So you'll rotate these all forward once, just one spot.
I think that first project too, I did an insane amount of yards for it too.
You did an insane amount of yards.
Stupid.
It's not stupid.
We did it. Go team.
Look at how amazing you are doing.
Well, I did learn all of the things all at once.
That's one of the things about that loom that I made, is you can do 100 yards if you really want to.
Yeah, that.
But
mhm.
keeping that all sorted out is a nightmare.
Also, my ADHD brain hates doing the same thing that many times in a row. It was, oh my gosh, that killed me.
So you rotate.
I would
it,
have rather have done
now
it in
you're
like
going to
4
stick
different
that in
chunks
like
to get the
halfway.
same length.
So into this gap here, right? We're going
One more card after this card.
You are doing so good.
I just stopped a lot of times
You
to go
did.
get a drink and to go take pictures.
Nothing wrong with
You
that.
know,
That's the cool
what you're
thing about
doing is-
weaving.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about working one. You can
Oh, balls.
stop in the middle.
Don't do what I just did and tug too tight on that. That's okay. I'm gonna sew that and it'll stay just fine. We don't look at it anymore. We pretend that never happened.
This is our happy little accidents moment, right? This happy little dream.
So what's going to happen is this piece is gonna pull through that last layer, and then I'm gonna take a little needle on it, sew it there, and it'll stay tight just fine.
The wool project that I'm working on right now,
Mhm.
I had
like this.
warped it up in a 60 and
Yeah.
2. And it was so small, the thread was so thin
Oh,
that it
man.
just kept separating. So I had to bag it and do something else.
Yeah, and sometimes you find that with your fibers, and it's almost always the ones you fall in love with. You're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so pretty, and then it breaks as you.
And it was half an inch wide and it was so cute, but it just wasn't meant to be.
I don't hate my color choices as much as I did at the beginning. It's fine.
Oh, good, good.
That's fine. I have not been counting, but I feel like I want to go back next.
You just turn the cards into the
Okay.
ancestors play to stop.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
garlic and vanilla, right? Like-
Yeah, it looks like the end of that.
Apparently my
Okay.
ancestors.
Yeah,
were
if you're
afraid
at the
of
end
vampires
of the
because I would never
O,
say you got
just
enough garlic.
flip it around, go the other way.
So I was like, I feel like that looks like a good spot to do that.
Perfect.
What I just did there is didn't count 12, but now we're gonna pretend we're counting 12.
Beat it down good.
It's gonna go with my heart, I think.
Or go this way until it looks like what you just did.
But what, yeah, I was gonna say, what I did was I waited till I could see the end of this pattern emerge before I started that new back and forth
Okay,
rotation.
so point again from there.
So here's my pattern. You can see I've got 3 repeats of this little trapezoid. Whatever you decide the shape was, doesn't matter. Whatever that shape is, I waited to start my back and forth rotation because I wasn't counting my 12. If you forget and you lose track, I could feel that this was getting pretty tight. It didn't want to move anymore. I waited till my pattern repeated again before I started switching the way that I was going. So that's what I did.
And it will make
It-
a different
The
design.
12
depending on
was
direction you stretch.
probably on this one, and basically I just went an extra 4, most likely, just eyeballing it.
Looks like it would be on the halfway through the second full square.
So yeah, I went an extra, whatever extra I decided I was doing. Doesn't matter. This is a Bob Ross moment.
A happy little accident
It's a
for those
happy
who
little
might not
square.
be of a certain age.
Still love that one of his happy little accidents was getting a perm. He couldn't afford regular haircuts
Nice.
and just getting stuck with that perm for years.
For the rest,
the
for
rest
all
of his
time and
career.
eternity.
Because that's how everybody knew him.
Mandy, it looks like you've missed a purple. When you get done with that one, you've got on, okay,
see that. I know it, girl.
there you go.
What it is the purple I'm working on. So that.
Oh, perfect.
I threw
The purple?
I just-
Rude.
So you'll find out really quick, if you leave a pile of like strings or whatever laying around, that they, for whatever reason, gravitational pull, Murphy's Law, they will end up in the middle of your shit. And it sucks.
I just had that happen, actually. I just had to look one out.
Okay. So
Okay, so now you will take a shovel, either one of the trapezoid ones or like that one, and you just rappy, a whole bunch.
What color do you want your
Right.
cross
So-
to
not
be?
these colors.
Well, it can be those colors. So you're gonna see like a little dot of whatever color you wrap around here. So if you do green like you did on your outside,
Pass that around.
you won't see it. But if you do
Black
like white,
so yeah.
right, then you're gonna see like a little white dot. right
Did
there.
I rotate?
This-
Come on, brain, do brain
So it
space.
goes from black to white.
Was that me?
This time.
It's okay.
Buddy,
So
okay,
you
John.
don't
Why
see
do
it.
you feel
So you
like
don't see
that's
the weather?
Conrad,
What did
sorry.
I
But
do?
like let's say you did like.
How are you,
white,
buddy?
You'll have a little yellow white dot.
Sure.
If you do green, you'll never
As
see
long
it.
as it's okay with your daddy.
You just won't see it.
Okay.
So as I'm doing that reverse, you will see that cross twist on the top. It starts to reduce. That's how, for me, on a
There.
pattern like
It
this,
feels like
when that
dots
goes
down here
away,
that my
I know
others
it's time
didn't.
for like,
That's okay.
I just keep going.
Because
But
the
that's
thing
a
is, when you go
signifier
like
for me for
this,
whether I need to rotate again.
All of these. And that's how you're gonna start.
That'll be the.
That'll be your first pass. Right there. Alright? It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Everything is awesome. Everything's cool. when You're part of a team.
That's how you want to try. For cheese.
I do want my plate. Somebody go get it.
You want to plate this out?
Yeah. Oh, look, it happens to be a coin. Just kidding.
Can I have that light purple for a minute?
Katie, you need like a fork.
No. Chaos only.
Okay. Love your earrings, by the way. So
Thank you. I got them at the last event at the.
Oh, at Carnival.
Yeah, I did. Aren't
Yes.
they lovely? They're so beautiful.
I stared at those.
I could not
Seriously
resist.
considered.
They're so beautifully made.
I have a
Gorgeous.
paper crane story to tell at some point. So,
Is that like a dill Havarti? There was one. I think I ate it already. I wanted to know what it was. It was delicious.
You need to hit the bathroom? You sure? You're walking like this.
There you go. I keep walking around. What is this? You're not out of my way. Banish you. I'm weaving at an angle. You guys are getting all my double chin today. You're welcome. It's a good one. I worked hard for it. So much cake.
Kay, were you using
One
this
pound
color?
in the dessert. Just kidding.
The toss, okay? There we go.
okay, where are we? Are we good?
I think so.
Okay,
Are you
perfect.
getting this one turned every time?
What did I do?
I don't think you turned it at all.
We don't care.
It's got it turned.
No, you're doing fine.
It does.
No, the pattern did a dumb.
Mm-mm.
I think I did a
Oh,
reverse
I see what your
reverse.
problem is.
I did an Uno
You've
reverse
got-
on myself. It's fine. We're gonna keep going.
So you've got.
No, it's fine. Your is leaning the other way now, and it's supposed to.
Perfect.
And because half your card is an S
Okay.
and half your card is a Z, every time you turn it, it's basically unweaving itself.
Oh, that's
So then you just need to read that card and it'll work great.
Okay.
That's a fun
more
thing to
you
learn. It's like a
know.
little magic trick. I didn't know that.
That is very cool.
Delicious. I like to make things
Okay.
challenging. So which ones am I
Cream
taking
cheese
out
or
there?
Um,
That kind of cheese.
so that one we want it to be,
For the folks at home, I'm just gonna show you this plate of deliciousness. Look at this.
I have
So-
learned about myself.
This is the most glorious.
so either this one
I made these meatballs,
For myself.
the goat cheese stage,
and
there's olives.
this
I love my life right now. That's all I need.
That's what they're doing right. though.
You just make them exactly like the ones over there.
What am I doing? So what I have happening
All the way out.
is I've let too much out from my shuttle and it's starting to tangle on
I'm
itself.
supposed to build this.
So I'm just gonna
That's probably plenty.
loop it back on, man. Beep, beep, beep.
I think I figured about twice the length of your warp is what you put on your shuttle to do the full length of your warp. I think is what it came out to when I did this before.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ready, set, go. So you're gonna push your cards up towards the top, out in here somewhere.
I was gonna say, I should do like an ASMR weaving thing, except for I talk too much.
I think your voice is perfect for this. It's very
Like she said,
calm
you make sure
and
that
I'm
your-
very
your
glad,
open hearing
happy.
is good. You're going to.
you need to do like
pass this
YouTube.
through.
This.
Maybe I
And
should. I gotta find some kind of side hustle, man. It's better than OnlyFans. People pay.
now you're going to
Probably
rotate
will.
all these
I mean,
cards
not,
one
you know.
position forward like this.
Sorry, I went home.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Exactly, or teaching anything.
like here, you have one that's super duper loose right now.
Yeah, that is one I definitely messed up.
You're gonna beat your left down. Pull it through. And leave the loop.
Yeah. The chaos is really showing through in this
Leave
video.
loop right
It's
there,
fine.
right?
Because I'm teaching you and I don't want you to feel bad by how awesome I am right away.
Because you're a giver that way. You take
Yeah.
care of the rest
Yeah.
of us.
Forward or backward?
You're gonna rotate it forward, you gotta take this pin out.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
okay, so
compassionate.
what I just did to teach you, obviously, well, that's what happens when you don't rotate your cards, is it just pulls right through. And you go, oh, look at that. I need to lock that in. Happy little freaking tree.
Now you're going to, now
Come over the top with your dad.
you're going to pull this, pull it snug,
Oh, look at that. That's how they did.
Why?
break this down. So something you're gonna wanna do,
Because
you're
it
gonna
likes
have
it.
held
Oh,
the
nice.
whole time.
It does.
These all need to be about the same tension. So you've got some white ones that are loose and some
Same.
green ones here that are real loose. We need to tighten them up somehow. Either pulling them down here and giving them a twist. So you can pull and twist them down here while you weave, and it will kind of hold them in place after you get a couple of weaves in. Or and one of the things.
So if you're watching and I keep sticking my finger in the shed, not every weaver does that. That's just a weird silliness that I do. But the reason I do that is because sometimes your A, B, C, and D get stuck to another one.
It's an S card.
I like to make sure that that's nice and open and that all of them are lined up where they need to be. Because if they stick to each other and they didn't fully rotate when you turned your cards, it'll start to distort your pattern a little bit. You can kind of see that. I did that once down here already. You can see that the pattern didn't repeat. I don't know if anybody can see this. I might be talking to myself. It's fine. But this here just makes sure that everything's lined up where I do a little rock like this and make sure it's nice and open. Like that, particularly just like this one.
Come on. Yeah.
Which thing? Hey, we did the same thing she did.
Yes, I know. Oh dear. You're not.
Well, that's good because that means you get to learn together.
Right?
You know,
The good news
Shane.
is you did it before everything was all worked up.
Yeah.
So you learned faster. Good job.
Please, way to learn from my mistakes, Kate. Thank you. Let me pour myself. You're a teacher. Let me show you how.
When you're an
not to
expert
do
level
things.
weaver, you won't get variants like this, and it won't be nearly as interesting. I just don't recommend ever being very good. This, my pattern's really locking in and getting consistent compared to like that beginning.
Oh,
That looks
Is
good.
this
Look
the
how
one
good.
I'm using? I don't know. Sure, yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah, it goes with that
No.
one.
I'm just
Does it
showing the
matter the
variance of
color?
like where you start versus like
Oh.
when you really
No,
start.
'cause
Yeah.
just gonna show in like
In a
little
good
dots
groove.
on the-
It's a
on the
very narrow,
gray edges.
that's what they call the narrow weave.
Yeah, and like I said, I tend to do stupid patterns that are like wide. These garlic stuffed olives are good.
They're freaking good. eh?
I'm a
10 out
fan.
of 10.
I picked one up and it was missing its garlic and I'm a little sad.
Rotate.
You need one? I have one left. I'll trade you one right now.
I mean, maybe.
Anything like the smarter square plate?
I inhaled a huge plate.
Can I have the light purple again? I think I'm gonna use that. So when I wrap this, does it matter where like my end?
So I like to make sure that my end is tucked in nice so it doesn't screw with it as you unwind. I do, can I,
Just like this? Yes, please, please, please.
yeah. So I'll show the folks at home how I do it. When I start it, I don't like that end to be loose for some reason. I don't know. That's a pet peeve of mine. So I'll just do like a little noose knot here
Oh, okay. And do it. Okay.
and just secure that loop on the lip of my shuttle right here.
Ooh, look at how smart you are.
I like that.
And then I can pull it nice and tight. And then I can orient this tail and just make sure it's good and covered before I get too far ahead of myself, right?
Awesome.
Like so, like that.
You.
What do they call those things? Tricky long stocking pumpkin seeds. I don't know.
Are they pine nuts?
No, they're the green ones. So like
Oh,
pistachios.
I don't know what they are.
Oh, they're pepitos. Haha. I know it'd come to me eventually.
You just go through all the keywords and then eventually you find it, right?
Only the good ones. I behaved
Right?
You did.
until that particular moment. I almost behaved. What the hell direction am I going? I mean, what the heck is? Why are you the way you are?
I was born that way.
Baby, I was born this way. Yeah, it looks like. So here's where I'm at. People at home, I don't know, to the universe. For my first set, I did 3 rotations and then I turned. I'm going to do that again because I want it to keep its repeat consistent. I'm not counting 12 and 12, but I can also tell that because all of my cross twist is unwound at the top.
Was I supposed to be counting?
I do not, because I don't believe in that.
Counting? What is that? I don't even count.
Because I've just been rotating. I have no idea how many.
Here, let me observe.
So when it starts to get like super tight, that's a good time to switch.
So you're doing the thing that I did here at the very beginning. So this is a little bit loose. You want to make sure you're pulling that really snug. I don't think you're at enough back and forth to need to rotate because everything's moving pretty freely.
Okay.
When it gets too tight and it just starts getting challenging to turn, that's about the time you want to reverse.
Okay.
But it looks good so far. Keep going as you are.
We'll just rotate you and I out.
Okay, I'm hitting my first connection.
I know. We all hit that.
We do.
You need some snacks?
I have had snacks.
Okay.
I have had snacks. I have had my child. You know what? I know what I'm doing wrong.
Good. Now we sit and we rest.
Do it. And so
Rest and recover.
I at least know what I'm doing wrong.
That's an important part of prepping.
Mhm.
Perception.
Okay, sure does.
Daddy?
I'm a super nerd.
I told Adam you should come over, Joe.
I'm gonna come over on when starting. I just want to make sure I'm
Well,
All right.
getting this correct here.
I'm trying not to bump into all the technology.
I would have let you come around this way.
All right. I'm actually going to adjust the technology so we can see Katie just a bit.
Oh no,
All right.
You're so pretty.
I had escaped.
Well,
No.
I'm not
I'm just
necessarily you,
joking,
but
I
like
don't
what you're
care.
doing. All right, so
What you gotta do?
make sure you're all about the same tension. I'm gonna stick through right here. Just pass it all the way through.
Sorry.
Go ahead and pull your string down to about the top of the dowel, or in your case, it's gonna be, excuse me, right at the
I'll
knots.
text my hair. She's fine.
And you'll get it.
I'm
Just have
doing
them
a
stand on
reading
side. Like, yeah,
demonstration.
just totally good.
Hello.
Okay, you rotate your cards one space.
Oh,
And if you're having a hard time keeping your cards straight when you turn, you can have that in there when you turn, but it either has to be in this hole or this hole. Right?
So like that.
All cards one space.
So Jake says hi.
And you're going to
New
put
guy.
that into the gap.
Okay.
What?
Jake says Hello.
Oh, hi.
Get the weft down.
Oh, yeah. he was the one
Yeah,
that
he was
told
the one that
about
told me to
this,
come
and
here and
then-
then didn't show up.
He was apparently very sleepy. That's my ex.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him for being sleepy. We're playing Cards Against Humanity till like 3 a.m.
Well, he went home and did not sleep after that evening, so
So now rotate,
I guess
just like that. Now.
all of our children were in his bed and they had a
Oh, that's fun.
And that settles everything
slumber
down.
party, I guess.
Now
So
pull
this was one
the
of
tail
the
on this side, so that the loop goes away
Yeah.
and tightens up your sleeve.
Did you bring the fabric?
No, I'll run home and get it.
And repeat.
I'll forgive you. It's okay. I probably won't work on it till tomorrow anyway. I have lots of homework to do tonight.
You loop around here.
I just messed that up.
Too much of a loop there.
Well, and like that's plenty of loop. You're gonna have a 6-inch loop if you want to. Just depends on how much you want to pull through, right? Rotate one step forward. Beat your weft. Pass it through on that side. And pull on this side. More snug. More snug on this side. Sorry. Don't beat it yet.
Don't like that.
So now turn your cards. Now beat it. Beat it. Just beat it.
My one black one said it's what's in the middle, so whatever. Your dad.
Mom.
Pass it. It's like that bop it. Pull it. Beat it.
Yes, it's
Pass
the
it.
hardest hit ever. There we go.
Only nothing yells at you when you do it wrong.
Right?
I wish it would sometimes. Then I would know before I'm like 6 passes in and go, bah, mother fudge ripple.
I love it.
You can see how your pattern's starting to come out, right? So looks like you're doing it right.
Okay, now we can if you want to. I'll catch you.
So we have some trouble here somewhere, but it looks like it's kind of straight.
Yeah, it's, this card is. I'm learning, so it doesn't.
Yeah, you're fine. You're good. So you could start doing, you could start coming backward. So instead of rotating your cards forward, you're gonna rotate your cards.
Man, it's been so long since I've tablet woven. I'm like, man, I'm remembering all the little.
Everything's coming back to you.
Oh, it's coming back to me now.
Are these supposed to twist like this?
Yes.
Okay.
So after you've gone forward 12 times, then you'll start going backward 12 times. So you do everything the same, but instead of rotating your cards forward, you rotate these back.
Am I supposed to slide this?
Yeah. So when you get to the point where you're tight, you have a hard time working, you put your pin through, right? So pin the cards together.
Good Lord, this is a piece of work that I'm making. It's a thing that's happening. It's fine.
And you don't have to pin your cards together. I just think it's way easier because
It does help a lot.
unlike that Osa bird loom I had a couple times where like I dropped all my cards on the ground and then I
Yeah.
had to figure out where
It's so hard to
supposed be.
retrace.
Yeah.
I always pin or enclose mine if
So
I'm traveling anywhere.
loosen this up, the nut on the left hand side, loosen that up. You can put a little slack, and now you just pull everything towards you. And I have to watch to make sure things don't walk off. Keep pulling.
So what's happening here, folks at home, is as you continue to make your work walk forward,
Right there.
this
And then you're gonna use
cross
this to tighten it back.
twist and your shed, it will get smaller and smaller because you don't have as much working space between here. When you start to run out of space, that's when you take your work and you wind it on, or I wind it on, to make sure it's like rotating through. I'm not quite there yet. I'm stubborn, but we'll get there shortly. Because eventually your shuttle won't want to fit into it.
Do you get my pencil back?
think so.
Yeah, you're a little loose on this one side, still have trouble on, but
Yeah.
that's, you're gonna be able to do so much with that. Hey, you found out what happens when stuff gets in the way, Lizzie?
It gets put in my back. Get out of there. Okay, out of the way.
They got 3 15-foot walls and a 5-foot wall that we can use.
I feel like that looks like where I'm gonna rotate the other direction. It's hard to leave it a diagonal. It's crap. Oh, dummy.
All right, last card.
No, wait. Sure.
That guy behind you, look out. That guy behind you, watch it. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. How many little boxes, diamonds still did you do before you switched?
I'm doing 3 because I like 3s. I don't know what the pattern says to do. Actually, I can count it if you'd like me to. Official pattern.
Well, I do.
no.
I'm like, I'm at about 3, so.
I've been doing the quarter of 3. So mine is gonna look slightly different than the pattern that is printed. And I'll show you. Say that again? A little, say it again, please. Oh, nice.
And
Very cool.
My head was just in the way.
Thank you for the update.
good job.
Go team.
So this,
Tell me where you're at. Yeah. I would
That's enormous.
Switch
Switch.
there.
I would switch. And like I said, what that's gonna do that's slightly
It
different.
gives you that triangle.
You get this little trapezoid thing.
Which is
and
kinda
that-
cool.
And that's my point of switch. Because I decided that's what I wanted to do.
I like it. I'm
Oh,
in.
do you get leashes for your axolotls?
I have axolotls at my house. I have 4 of them. Like real ones.
Real? Aren't they hard to take care of?
No, they're stupid easy, man.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
Hello.
You just have to have 2 of them.
A lot of acting.
Not quite the same
Mine
thing.
are on Minecraft.
No, they're really easy. They
Nice.
just because you just have a good filter for them.
Very
And
cool.
they like cold water, so you don't need a heater. You just feed them
Nice.
bloodworms, and I buy mine frozen. Just drop in a little ice cube of. They take care of themselves. They're very fun. They're very cute.
Really? They're so cute. They always look like they're small.
They do. They're darling. I have albino ones and then star albino ones, which have glowy eyes too.
Mhm.
Mine are a mutation that glow under black light. I forgot which direction I was
I
going.
remember that.
Think, brain, think. Does that make more?
Libby said
She
she had a
took
lot of stuff. She needs a mental health day.
She took my grandson to the arcade.
Oh, gotcha.
Wow, I was trying to protect her and you just threw her under the bus there.
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to be protecting
Yeah, no,
her,
good for
so
her.
you
We're
know.
we're only happy for her.
She wanted to play, let her play.
What's his lock on you while she's playing?
It was Matthew. She just gives him a lot of quarters and walks away.
Duh.
Where's Joe?
Over here, she's over by the sink.
I told Adam you should come hang out. He's not listening. No, he had to fix his van. So instead, we're gonna play music later, I think.
Yeah, he.
Maybe. If I decide to show up. I get my homework done.
Oops, sorry.
Here's Jones in the fight. He's a good little.
Christian?
I remember. Yeah. Christian, yeah.
Christian's a good dude. I'm very fond.
He's back.
I saw him, yeah. He practiced today. It was crazy. Seriously. He's a good little dude. I shouldn't say little dude. I think we're pretty close to the same age, but he seems like a little dude.
He seems young.
Yeah, right?
Probably because he's just
Probably because I'm infinity old. In my heart. I don't know. I'm looking at it now.
Like if you're infinity old, I don't know what that makes me, because
I-
I'm quite a bit older than you.
No, because I've had a stroke and heart surgery, so that ages me by at least 20 something years.
Your mom. Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
my mom hasn't had a stroke. She's younger than I am.
okay. Now I'm too tired to do anything.
So you reverse.
Did someone
it the other
comment?
way.
Is that what that bloop bloop?
Okay, so I just start. So I put my
Turn
shoulder.
the other way.
Mm.
No, they're sweet parts.
Yeah, once you get going, you start to be able to visually see in your pattern when it's time to rotate versus having to actually count.
Sorry, I keep bumping the camera there.
Oh, balderdash. So this is what I did, folks at home. I pulled too tight on my pattern, which means I've broken my weft because I'm the coolest. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk my pattern back. So I think I went backwards the last time. I'm gonna go forwards and undo that last twist. So I can free up that line. And pull it out.
There's a chair right there you can pull over by.
I guessed wrong, so I must have went the other way. Anyway.
So you'll have better luck. What you're doing is you're trying to like make your cards level to the table.
Yeah.
Make them level to the
See,
weave.
so I opened up my weft by reversing what I've just done,
You need a hand getting out?
which means I can now
See ya.
lift out that,
Thanks for coming. That explains like all this.
Yeah. So.
and then I'm gonna do it
Some of that
again.
is
and I
probably a
forgot my
tension
number.
problem, right?
Too much or too little.
Hard to say. I'm gonna guess.
Too little.
So as long as your tension is even, your pattern will come out, right? If your tension is too much, then you'll start breaking threads.
Okay.
If your tension is too little, then you'll get loops in it.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so I freed that up again because I need more.
Yeah.
I'll pull that loose. I'm gonna keep undoing all the work I've just done until I have enough of a tail.
Because your pattern's not really coming out, so I would probably check your cards to make sure your S's and Z's are right and that your ABCD is right. Not yet.
I'm gonna call
Also, you
that
need to
good.
remember to beat
So
your
now I have
left,
enough of a tail
which is where you take it
that
down.
I can tie this back together. Actually, I'm gonna do one more pass of undoing.
This is an absolute mess.
That's what
Triangle
learning is
one
all
always
about.
that way, right?
Yeah. Well, then like,
Starts a little different.
there we go. Now I've undone enough of my pattern that I have enough of a tail that I can tie back on, excuse me, the loose end of this bit. I like to do this in a crochet style, which is like an invisible join. I'm not gonna explain that
I haven't looked.
on the camera because you won't be able to see it anyway, but if you'd like to know, message me and I will teach you. That's normal for the winter. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, but they couldn't get out of their hive.
Oh, no.
Because the exit was blocked. So I took my whole, like reducer board or whatever out and cleaned all the dead bees out and gathered the top so they could flame down the top. And now they're buzzing around doing stuff. So.
I need to do that tomorrow. It was on my list of things to do last week after that.
Yeah. And for you at this point, it might just be go check them and just make sure things look all right.
Oh, I did. Oh, brain. With brain. Don't do what I just did.
There you go. Perfect.
I had plans to, try and make a bunch of meats while I was laid up. Yeah, it turns out I can't make meat on my hand.
That's true.
Well, call it Katie. I know how to make meat.
But the problem is lifting a 45-pound jug of honey and holding it up and pouring 3 pounds out.
Anyway, that's how you fix
Very
it
good, Mark.
if you break your warp.
You missed your.
Wait, weft.
So turn your cards and then stick your finger in the hole. Right? Because if you turn the cards with your finger in the hole.
That's actually pretty easy. I made my fishies a little light, so I made my little fishies so the zombies come down.
Oh, did ya?
I don't like when the zombies come out.
I don't know that anybody really likes when zombies come out at night. I would have to say that it's probably
Those are weird.
Bad on survival.
yeah.
I don't want to.
And I'm weaving my ends in as I go for
I
this
would
repair
put
that I made.
some lanterns
Look,
out
I got to teach them
after
what to
it's
do when you break your left.
Nice.
And they have a little fun next.
Because I'm the coolest.
I have not read about that when the first time it happened
And
to
I
me.
wish
So I was
I
like,
had to do
oh,
something with my.
shoot. And I
That
was
is
like,
not what you said.
and I was like,
It's not.
I think I can
Yeah.
have it.
Models
I
in
mean,
the
if I do
pond.
this should work, right? Turns out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I showed them how to walk back the
And I
pattern.
went
I
to
mean,
Bill's
I don't know that anybody's actually gonna watch this, but if they did, I showed them how to reverse your
Yeah.
pattern.
Remember
and
Oh
Steph?
no, Oshu Axelrod
She's
are
playing a lot at
crawling
home.
around in the pond.
Hello, friend at home. I hope you were entertained.
Get out of here.
Let
Get,
me
burn yourself.
entertain you. Let me make you smile.
This is quite meditative.
It is
Your
actually.
head's
We need
supposed to
to-
be burning.
Yes, it is.
Oh wait, I needed to reverse.
Reverse. I feel the dark souls
Dead
losing
zombie.
constantly. Feeling.
The zombie.
It makes my like Girl Scout self that used to sit and make friendship bracelets for hours and hours
Oh,
on
That's
end.
not part of
It does. It is very
Get.
cathartic to my 13-year-old
I
self.
spawned it a
So
warden
how did you
on
say you're
accident.
supposed to be home? Not in trouble with your wife?
Probably.
Got a weird little
It is time.
You know, I absolutely do not want to kick you out. I think it's great you're here, but I don't want you to get in trouble.
We're trying to be good friends because you can't come play again if you're late for curfew.
Mission, right?
Bad
I
advice.
need to be back because I've got a bunch of internet friends I'm supposed to be playing a
Okay.
TTRPG with.
You can take that with
I
you
have to run back home.
and finish it out, practice away. Bring it back and we're
I
done.
have to
I
run.
have the 7-year-old
My axolotls have to survive.
Well then, come play with it next time.
because I can't afford this. We could just pull this off and I can feel bad about how much thread I've rested.
No,
We can just leave it and you can
You
come back
can
the next
play
time we
with
play.
it. Next time you come back.
We'll have a warping line.
They
We
happen
can
again.
schedule another warping line.
I feel like that would be a great idea.
Why are they not burning?
As a matter of fact, just forget the war.
I feel like that's a great idea. Just kidding. I like the warp too. You don't know me.
Too much wine and not enough
Didn't
warping.
you tell us about diving into like rapids for box wine?
Yes, maybe I did say that, but that was not on weaving day. Now was it?
That was raft and wine, not warp and wine.
Yeah.
That was waves and wine.
Waves and
Waves
wine.
and
There
wine,
you go.
Which is much more
Totally
risky
different
and
animal.
much more rewarding.
Matter of fact, Katie pulled me
Oh,
off
yeah.
the river
I did.
3 days before this happened. I don't remember it.
I remember it. I was real worried about you that day.
I split my spleen.
I know you did. I'm aware.
It is not something you should do.
You know,
What?
it
Ah.
wasn't
We made a
exactly
mess
what
of
I had
this.
in
You know
mind.
what?
No, my brother did that on the other side.
Just
First time he
embracing
got on a BMX
It's
bike.
our happy little trees moment.
That was fun. Specifically because he'd scream and I'd immediately get in trouble.
Oh, well, you know.
I didn't even have to be in the same part of the house.
Were you the oldest?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's normal.
There you
You're
go.
late. Yeah. Okay, was good to meet you, dude.
Yes.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
thanks for
Explain
being
it.
here.
We'll make sure all
Have
the lower
fun.
stuff's at fighter practice next week.
Ellie is very excited to be involved in all of
Is
this.
that the girl? who's there?
Mhm. Yeah, she's
She
pretty
wanted
fired
to
up.
come today.
She did, and she texted me. She was like, "Tell everyone that I promise I'll be there the next time."
I'll bring all
She's
the
very,
lower kit,
she's
I'll bring my
amazing.
stuff.
I love
too.
her.
She's so good.
But I am biased. So.
You've got my contact info. If there's anything that we can do to help you, or if you want to pick this up at some point, you're welcome to come to any of these that you'd like. We have all kinds of classes that go on here.
We really do.
So,
And here's the other thing. So like if there's something that you're like, I would be interested in learning whatever, let us know and we'll make it happen. We'll get some kind of class together to teach you how to do that.
I guarantee one of us could teach it.
Or we can outsource it.
Yep.
or
We
we can
have
have
some
some.
amazing friends that do a lot of really cool things.
Hello, dear
The
girl.
worst case
How are
scenario,
you?
we say, "Crack, we gotta
You're
do
good?
this."
We're having a good day?
We're losing Fred. I like this.
It's
so
so
sad.
Is it official?
Yeah.
Did they find something?
Jim,
For what? How much that?
That just breaks my heart.
he works for Adobe.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
But excited for the new I'm excited for her new cat.
Yes.
I will miss my friend greatly, but I am excited for her new cat.
Yeah.
She did say she would come home to us sooner.
Yeah, I'm sure she will, but coming home from Washington, that's.
Hello, sweetie. How are you doing?
We have friends that do it
I'm
all
from
the
that
time.
area, and it's,
Man, I thought about moving to Washington.
11-hour drive to.
Washington. Beautiful.
When I got this job, I had got the job in Oregon actually, and turned it down for this one.
I feel like that was a mistake, but I'm glad you made
I'm
it.
so glad.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Happy mistake.
Happy
I don't
accident.
think it was a mistake.
Washington's.
Owen
kind of
would
rough
lose
on
less
that.
if
Yeah.
we
And got
moved
lost.
here.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of
And
self-defense, like. I
since he
said,
is
more
my
much
priority,
less.
we did
That's
it
the
that
way
way.
you did it.
You should be.
Oh my God, it's fine.
Like you have a obligation. to
you.
complete,
Look at how good
Unless
you're
you're-
doing.
Oh man, we're doing something.
I'm pretty sure he liked all
Yeah.
of these because
Yeah,
they're
no,
so
you got a gun?
cute.
Oh, the
They
police
are
pulled you over? Well, keep that to yourself.
I found a little bunny.
That's
Found a bunny.
I make everything too tight. This is a problem today.
No freedom of speech issues here.
I'm putting the deck.
So Joe, at this point on this one, because I made mine so I could wrap with this and turn it.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate that right now.
Okay, so because it's a short wrap,
Yeah.
one of the things we can do.
What is that, a
is
dog?
You may
Double
wanna,
check all your cards. that they
sorry,
are-
sorry with the on-home view.
I'll show you in a minute.
Slide them up. Okay, stop.
What
Before you
is
do
that?
Get
We need to
all
be
those
able
What is
pushed
that?
over against the wall.
What is
Take,
what?
Under our attention. That's what.
It's a bunny.
undo the tension and move it down a little bit, that'll get you some
You
space.
see the ears?
This makes sense. So what we're gonna do is undo our tension like this. Look at that. We're gonna slide it so we have some wiggle room.
Okay.
And that hopefully, except for I made it just too tight because I'm super the coolest.
So now,
There you go.
Okay, recap of what just happened on this particular
bring
loop
them all over.
is I loosened this
I'm a
tension right
chicken.
here. That's where my last pass goes over.
That's the.
And instead of having it in the middle where Danny
Yeah, I
George
don't
started
care.
it, I was able to slide it to the front.
Pass it through. we
This
stand
gave
on
us
one side or
enough
the other.
give that I can pull it
Up, down, go.
and wrap my project so that I
Yeah,
can
thank you.
have more working
I
space.
I
I don't know if you saw that, if I'm holding it too close, whatever.
Pull it down. I would maybe trim these off too, unless you like to keep them.
There we go.
Bunnies are in
Like
position.
so,
That's it.
like
It's
that.
up to you.
You're bossy.
Now I'm gonna push that
Put
back
your
to the
big
middle.
tail.
This way it's cool enough.
Wear those in your beard.
Gentle, ladies, let's play nice.
Or
Okay, now
take it
what?
outside and fight it for real.
Yeah, got some swords.
Okay,
You got armor for
I
like
do
using.
have,
so.
Don't play with our armor on.
We're all very equipped for that.
Thanks for
Hi,
insurance.
thank you.
Hopefully I'll learn a few
I
names
got
by
one
next
from the
time.
Oh, you're good.
Don't worry.
Well, it's
about
the
it.
SCA, so the good news is you got. two
I
names
don't
for
know what
everyone.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
chicks.
We only
'cause the
require one.
Yeah.
ducks are not chicks.
And we answered both.
Yeah.
Sure.
So let's put the chicks
Probably
over
maybe.
here.
Thanks,
One
man.
is the standing on its head.
can you do that one night?
Do you like the bunnies the most, or do you like the chicks or the ducks?
Anyway, so what I
I
just
kinda
did,
like those.
moving my project means I
Throw
can
it
move my
out.
cards back.
Oh, no.
This one.
And I waited to do
and
that
the
till I was at the
back
point
looks
where I
like
could
a
start
real
rotating.
You
Yeah, I
passed
don't
the
know what-
string through that card around those strings and
Ow!
out. I don't know how you did that,
I
but it
pushed
is,
you.
it
it's
is
okay.
impressive.
It's okay.
Just cut that string and
Stick it out.
redo it.
Oh,
You gonna do that?
I could teach you what regular yarn. I could teach him a thing on his finger she could do.
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
crap ton of regular
Hey,
yarn.
friend, don't push on that elbow. would
Okay,
you
friends
please?
at home, enjoy this.
That's fun.
Actually,
I
really, it is-
everyone at home is doing
I suspect that there is.
What is
It's a
there
curved loom. Well,
is
it's actually called an inkle loom, and there is a method for weaving on them where you don't use cards, you use tie downs, and basically work like a big loom. You can make more complex patterns that way. But you can also do some crazy patterns doing different card directions and things like that. So.
Okay, bud.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna tablet weave my next
I think I like the
my
chips.
next order is
Right,
that, or
friend.
if I'm going to,
What are you doing?
I'm teaching him how to finger braid with pistol fingers.
I want to try.
Okay. Well, I only have one ball of yarn, but I'll teach you at the same time.
Okay, let me move the camera so that it's watching you,
Me? Oh,
or your hands, or whatever.
okay.
bonus class. Katie teaches something new.
This I learned as a kid. I made enough of it that I could make a hammock out of it. This is how you do it. You hold your hand like a high five. So this hand, high five. Okay? And I'll show you first, and then I'll do it on your hands. So you hold this one and you pinch it with your thumb to start. I can hold my hand over here. Moo, can you scoot back just a little bit? Okay. Then you go in and out of each of your fingers like this. And you do it again. So each finger has 2 loops like this. See that? Now watch this part. This is the part I'll have you help me with to start. Take the very bottom loop and you pull it up and over the top of your finger for every single one. Ready? Now it's your turn.
Bonus class, you weren't expecting this one.
Okay, take the bottom loop and put it over the top of my finger. So this bottom loop right here, up and over the top of my finger. Just like that. Now do the next finger. That one stays there. Next finger, the bottom loop right here on the bottom. Up and over the top of my finger. So close.
There you go.
1, 2, 3.
You
Good.
see, right there.
This is our middle finger.
It is the middle finger. Now this third finger, bottom loop up and over the
Yeah,
top.
that's a key.
Not this top one, the one on the bottom. So just grab close. So we got to make sure it goes over the top and not under. So grab that loop right here.
You see
Up
the
and
words?
over the top of my finger. It's nice. Now do it again for the last finger. Nope, bottom loop. Up and over the top of my finger.
I just learned something new.
This is a pinky.
If I
That's
sit right
pinky.
here and I look at the top. where
Okay,
it's
and then
twisted, I
shove
can
it, shove it,
see
shove
the
it, shove it
pattern.
down.
Uh-huh.
We take it like
Even if
this
I'm
and we
at
go
like
all the way
a
across.
Sideways angle.
And then we do it again.
You didn't know that?
Easy
I
as
never-
that. Now
I've
would you
never
like to do it
sat
on
in
your
a
hand?
loom from this angle.
Or on yours?
before.
Okay, other hand. Wait, are you
Usually
right or
sitting
left hand?
behind.
This is the one you write with? Okay, then we're gonna do it on your other hand. The one that you don't use all the time. Spread your fingers out like high five. Well, not a high five.
Look at
like
the
a-
chicks.
whatever that is.
Mhm.
Okay, now
Yeah, yeah,
pinch
yeah,
that like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
and Hold it tight.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4. We tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. Now do we have 2 loops on our fingers? Not yet.
This is really
Good.
interesting.
Now we gotta do it one more time till there's 2 on every one of those 4 fingers.
It knows what I'm saying.
Loop it
Mhm.
all the way around.
Five.
You want me
Excellent job.
bigger finger or
Okay,
smaller
now,
finger?
do you remember what I
It
taught you on
can't
my
see my
fingers?
hand.
Look at the best it
Oh,
can do.
see the camera is right
Okay, so you
here.
take this bottom loop up and over the top of your finger. Just
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness.
That was great. Now leave this one alone. Bottom loop up and over the top of your finger.
I keep like
That's
inching
it.
closer,
Bottom
farther
loop
forward.
It's okay. It's
Nothing
okay.
Over the top. Perfect, Jack.
Nice
I'm gonna hold this one because the pinky's tricky. Nice job. Now, shove that loop all the way down to the bottom.
This is hard. I
It's
saw
kinda
my
tricky, but you'll get
hand.
there.
Mhm.
Just like that, bud. Bam, 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 bam. You ready? Now we take this long, you don't have to hold that part anymore. Take this long
You
piece
gotta have to look at like the other cards.
and it goes across the top. And now you have two loops again, see?
Again?
So take the bottom loop. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And make sure you have 8 loops. Okay, now take the bottom loop. Everybody, take the bottom loop up and over your finger. I'll hold the bottom, hold that one.
What does this one say?
It's a, says what does this one say?
That was perfect. Now it becomes.
Which is what you just said.
That's the top, at the bottom.
That one Mandy has makes like 3.5 yards, I think.
Up and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it
It might
say?
be 5.
Okay.
That's what it
Do again
says.
on this one. Bottom one, bottom one.
The one on the floor right next to you,
red
that
gold.
two-sided one, the finished run on that is 210
For the
inches.
first one. I better learn it.
I don't know.
It's had the hand one, and I don't think he's enjoying that.
Okay, that's what he needs.
I wanna
It is
try
whatever
Daddy.
Oh, you know
What
I have
does
a
it
better
say?
way. Should we make a really fast version
What
of
does the
that?
one with the number one say?
We'll tie 'em up. Get his
What
hand
does
and
the
go
one
for
with
that.
the number
So we're
one
making
say?
it
I
like
don't
this.
know. It's
Watch
gone
this.
now.
I take it and I just pull it through.
Okay, so I don't know what corner I don't know why corner one is the best.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, he likes doing this
Grab the rubber.
because he just likes doing everything. He likes doing everything.
Pull it.
He does everything at home, everything at the park, everything
We're gonna
every
take it
day.
and time up.
Even when we go to hotels.
So that's the one that she was looking at.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll get her caught up. It'll be okay.
Even is even. I,
So that tunic that you were wearing, I think it, the fingers that has the gold and red, yeah, I made that trim. Yep. And it was like 5 yards, I think. is what I made it. But that was on mine, which is.
Oh man, nice caught. You got it.
Yeah, well, and it, like mine, you
Hey,
can make it
tied up.
as long as you
You did
want,
it.
right? Because there's not.
Oh no, he escaped. You didn't keep pulling it. You let your tension go. Try keep it.
Well, now what?
Okay.
Oh, all undone.
Once you have, you're gonna break it.
Fridge.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, friends.
It's not unraveled.
Actually, I might have to run away, friends, and go to homework.
Oh, homework.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Katie, you did an amazing job. Thank you.
And honestly, like at this point, we could probably like shut down the live stream. I think we've seen everything.
Okay.
Hello, sweetie.
Okay, how about you folks that are out there? Remote, you still there?
That is sweet. Here, I'll rewind that ball. Really quick.
Okay. Do you want to, have you seen what you need to see, or is there something I can re-show you? Rachel, you still out there?
You have rainbow.
I do.
I know those are heavy. They're heavy.
They're heavy.
Yeah, I agree. She says it's as close to hanging out with us as she can get,
It
so
was delightful
Aw.
to have her passive presence. There's active presence. managing
it was
all
so
the
fun to have you hanging out, dude.
What's wrong with yours? Why you, on the green screen all crazy?
Cause I
things. Messed up a car.
somehow wound it through like 2 other cards and made a huge mess out of it, so. Yeah, I had to cut it and now I'm
So there's a loom that I almost bought and then talked myself out of it because I am a poor kid that sends the first one to you already worked up.
Oh,
It's already their first project, already warped. And I was like, man, that sounds lovely. That's so kind.
There you
And I
go.
realized I don't need to pay an extra
Okay.
$60 for that, but I do know how to do that.
Okay.
Okay?
That's not the point.
That's
Would be
not the
nice.
Well, and that's the hard part. That's the part the actually.
That's
All right,
the
we're
first
gonna,
This part gets,
I'll hang out until Thea
Good
comes
job.
back on, but when Thea comes back on, we'll probably close this out. I'm glad you had fun hanging out with us.
okay.
Is that removed?
Yeah.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you, sweetie.
I've never met you, I don't think, but it's nice to sort of meet you.
She's awesome.
Yeah, Remote's awesome.
I have met you long when you were born, kid.
And you know that
I do know this. She's my sister, yeah. You do? Oh my goodness, you know everything. Well, Joe, I may still let you finish that little project.
You can take it with you if you want.
Does that work?
Here, you can take it with you and finish it. Give it to Eric when you're done, and then.
The nose things. They might, I'm gonna go look at my car before I leave.
It's okay.
Most likely. there.
Okay, so everyone learned how to do this, and I think everyone knows how to do it now.
Uh-huh.
Everyone knows how to do it.
It was pretty fun though, huh?
Yeah, but
Sort of. No.
it says knows how to do
You look
it.
at hers, the
Mhm.
pattern changes and it starts going the opposite direction.
Everyone actually does know how to do it.
That's cool.
Got a little.
Let me see if I can close it.
With the not marked ones.
Some patterns like will have you turn like these cards forward, these cards backwards, these cards forward, and grab like that. Other ones will have you do like 2 forward, 3 backwards, 3 forward, 4 backwards. Just depends on.
But
the
these are
pattern.
the best ones to learn on. I think.
Yeah, this pattern